before we. So we are live.
We're live. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Fucking thing sucks. Hello. The show hasn't started yet, so we're going to talk about stuff that we don't normally talk about on the show.
Hi.
Since I got a MacBook Neo for
We're
work.
live.
Oh, well, were we live already? Oh, okay. I got a MacBook Neo for work, and I spent the whole first day with it watching the Gachiakuda anime, which I have to say, I think is one of the most faithful manga adaptations I've ever seen. Just like the first, I don't know, however many episodes covers the first 30 chapters, it was rip for rip, word for word, the manga. And the whole time I just kept thinking, this is just the manga. This is straight up just the manga. This is awesome.
Yeah, and the art style is like held pretty faithfully as well.
Yeah. It got a little, like the last two episodes were a little boring, but that's kind of the thing that a lot of anime, it's either going to end on a cliffhanger or it's just going to end like, hey, we're chilling out now. We're just resting and relaxing.
Yeah.
And that's what Gachiakuda did. It kind of ended on a little cliffhanger. We meet Zanka's sister or something. My favorite character is actually not someone who was in the first 30 chapters. I think his name is it's Bendis, I think.
Bendis.
Or Bendis.
Bendis
or
what?
I don't remember his last name. Bendis Dick.
Yeah.
But he's a guy with only one arm, and his vital instrument is
his other arm.
It's 6 prosthetic arms.
Oh,
so
shit.
he's got. It's a really interesting thing. So his first vital instrument was his first prosthetic arm, but as he ages, he's kind of like an old man. Whenever he went through a meaningful life event, he got another arm with different powers.
It's kind of like a souvenir.
Yeah.
This was interesting. I need another arm.
It's really good. I like it. I'm excited for the rest of it. I might read the rest of the manga also.
Awesome. How long is the manga again?
168. It's 168 chapters.
168. So yeah.
And the anime covers the first 88.
Yeah, it's about half of it. Do you think they'll cover the entire other half in the next season? I was thinking about that with Dungeon Meshi too, because I was watching that, and it also covers about 80 chapters.
It depends on how convoluted it ends up being after 88. Because I haven't read anything. I don't know how much more complex it gets.
Yeah. Oh well, Dungeon Meshi is pretty great. I haven't actually watched the whole first season yet. Good lord, what was that? I don't remember what episode we left out on. It was like 14 or so, but it's pretty great. It's like nice and cute while also being kind of like serious at the same time. And there's a lot of action when there's like a monster, but then there's also a lot of slice of life where they just like cook the monsters and are really fucking silly. Each of the characters is super
that's
lovable.
Delicious in Dungeon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Each of the characters are super lovable, and like they didn't really take a whole lot of time to do world building early. They just let you like love the characters first, and then they started dropping a bunch of world building, and I was like, this is actually really interesting how this world works. And I'm fascinated to see more. I'm probably gonna end up reading the manga once I catch up on the anime, because I'm like, I'm really fascinated by this now. Are
Fascination.
you popping that open?
I am. They're good. I want to try them. This is going to be our special beer. Well, not this one specifically. They had a 4-pack, and that's going to be the special beer. They just had 2 others not in packs, but they were $6 each, so I didn't want to get multiples.
Golly.
Because they're imports.
Yeah.
This is Red Rice Hitachino Nest by Koichi, something like that, brewing company. Koichi Brewery, which starts Kyuichi, like QP. Yeah, I have already had one of their espresso stouts, or their espresso stout, and it's good. It's kind of right on the verge of being too sweet, but also really bitter. So it wasn't like syrupy bad. It just had a lot of the same notes as that. And I've never had this one before. No. Awesome. It's got a bird on it. I had to start.
I'm going to take a second to say hello to Vash and Ari May. Welcome in. Okay. Yeah, I can't see who's like on my side. I can't see who is actually here until you've typed a message. So if you want me to know you're here, you got to say hi. Yeah, mine is just the like it's the stupid streaming website that I'm like streaming the double stream through. It just shows both chats together right up there. Is there like more chatters?
Meowdy.
Oh, weird. And
Oh yeah,
maybe
there's way more chat than is being shown.
what in the world? Why is it only showing me this? Maybe it's just like gunked up. It's lagging.
Maybe. Who knows?
I will interject if there's a chat you need. By the way, I'm the
Throw that
one over to
embodied
B2
voice
so
of
she
the
can try it.
producer.
Here's
Oh,
producer Cam.
is it on?
Is it not?
Is it working?
Not working. It's it's right there.
Oh, it's
But I think it's not like activated or whatever.
It's okay. B, try that.
Yeah, it'll be alright.
I'll just come in when it's time for the beer section.
That was pretty good. It was weird though.
It's a strange flavor for
Yeah,
sure.
it's just like
It's almost fruity, which
it kind
I
of
didn't
smelled
expect
like
from
maple
rice.
syrup, but it tasted.
I think this was the one. So these beers were specifically recommended by someone in your Discord, and I think this was the one that they specifically said was like the one to try. But yeah, I like it a lot.
All right, well, y'all can go ahead and start WAMMBS it up. We got 9 people in.
Alrighty. Well, on the count of 3.
Banshee, are
We're
you
gonna-
ready? She's gonna get
She's
fucking
not.
scared.
Yeah, she's not ready for us to say whams. All right, so 3, 2, 1.
Whams!
I want to go ahead and bring this up right here. So that's weekly anime, manga, music, beer, and snacks. This week for the anime, we watched You and I Are Polar Opposites.
Skip
For
and
the-
Loafer and Bochi the Rock combined.
Is that yeah? That's your impression of it. I didn't watch either of those. Now I think about it. The manga was Hat Atelier.
I thought it was going to be about making hats. It's not.
There's a lot of hat talk.
There is a lot of hat
I wasn't
talk.
expecting the hats to be like important in any way, but
The hats themselves are not super important. It's just like the type of hat you wear. They don't really talk about like the significance of the hats if they have any magical powers. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, you have this kind of hat, and they have that kind of hat.
The music that we listened to the new Thundercat album, Distracted.
I wish I had
Um,
been on mushrooms for it.
Is that? It does sound like some
Legal
some,
mushrooms.
some mushrooms music there. The beer is the Stone Brewing Company. Yes.
Stone Brewing Company.
Stone Brewing variety pack. I think the image I have is not the right pack, but it was the only image I could find that wasn't a WebP file.
Blame Costco. We keep buying the big Costco packs, and they're
Yeah.
all unique to Costco.
Yeah. And the snack is gonna be this Jack Link's sweet and hot beef jerky that I've got to my side here, because you said you've never tried beef jerky.
I haven't. I'm not looking forward to it.
Not looking forward to. What's your aversion to beef jerky?
Cold, dry meat sounds weird.
Okay, I like the idea of cold meat. Anyway, the anime right here. You and I-
Whams!
oh.
You gotta make sure we're both looking at you when you're doing all that. You can't just.
She's over here to the side going,
She was going 3, 2, 1, and then
okay. All right, so the anime. Let's do it. The 3, 2, 1.
Whams! Or wah.
Wah. Yeah, it does just say wah. on there.
Where?
The anime this week was You and I Are Polar Opposites. It's a slice of life anime about these two characters who become a couple incredibly early. It's like at the end
It's
of
in
the
the
first episode.
yeah.
And it's just sort of about their relationship. So very similar to Ore Monogatari, which was another really good anime. Which that one I rated as a 10 out of 10. It's like one of my top like 10 anime on my mal. And this one I also felt pretty good about. What would you score it out of 10?
7.5 or an 8.
7.5 or an 8?
I'm just not the biggest fan of slice of life stuff.
I
don't know.
got you.
I want to watch people fighting.
The thing was is that I also considered it like a 7.5 or 7.5, 8 range. but I'm just considering that to be a pretty good score.
Yeah, it is.
So-
It is a good score.
So it's
If
like,
you like
that's
slice
good.
of life, this is a great show for you.
Yeah.
If you care about fake teenagers being in a relationship, then this is your show.
It's just really cute.
Yeah, it is very cute.
It's like the big takeaway of it, which the like misunderstanding of calling something cute is a plot point at some point, if I want to call it a plot point.
I will
So
say,
I did actually write notes this time.
nice. What would have made it a 10 for me is if they had the Kaguya-sama Love is War like fake mental battles. Where
Yes.
they were,
So Kaguya-sama is one of my favorite manga. It's like probably my like fourth favorite manga of all time, and the anime is really fucking good. So that's another great relationship slice of life anime to go and check out as well. That is also just better than this one. But like my feelings overall on it is just that it's cute, and that it does have good animation and does have good voice acting.
the animation's great. The voice acting is also great.
Yeah. Unlike the stinker from last week. But
The animation in that
The-
was great too. I thought that was fun. That was the best part of the show, honestly.
yeah. But the only reason I'm not like rating this a little bit higher is that the first episode felt like a kind of a slog. Like
Yeah. It was
I
very
actually-
rushed.
yeah,
Also.
I felt like the first episode, I was thinking it's like a 5. I was like, okay, just like a really average slice of life setup, just like her being kind of a ditzy, like fun girl that's like super popular, and then
But
him
she's
being,
not
like,
a ditzy fun girl who's super popular.
she's
She's
like-
constantly worried about what everyone thinks about her.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
playing
but that's-
4D
that's-
chess.
That's also like standard. With
She
that
also
kind of
turns
character,
into
right?
a panda occasionally.
Yeah, which is really funny. Like the little like panda of the different colors and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty standard setup. And then it felt like it just kind of did a whole lot of nothing for the first episode. I was like, there's just
Well, you
like,
see,
light
they walked
chat.
home together. They held hands, and then she ran away from him. And then the next day,
yeah,
she said she would never, ever date Tani-kun. That's completely ridiculous. But
Yeah.
he heard her.
oh
Bum,
no.
bum, bum.
And then her friends, who are really good friends throughout the whole first 3 episodes, were like, "Oh, chase after him. Go fucking tell
Yeah.
him how you feel."
And she
Um,
also says to everyone but Tani, like, I love him.
yeah,
I really love
I
him. To which I think the first couple times they say this, I just kept going, you guys are in high school. You don't, this isn't love. Maybe.
Well, it feels like love in the moment.
Sure.
That's what high schoolers say. That's what they do.
I'm not saying you can't be in love in high school, but this is very much like, oh, this is my very first time ever thinking about love before.
Yeah. And I mean, they still do it in middle school too, which the white-haired friend made it sound like she's already been through like a bunch of fucking relationships that are
Yeah.
all like
Because
Crazy delinquents.
she's into Suzuki's like bad boy motorcycle riding brother.
yeah. And apparently had a boyfriend that is now in juvie.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
That was one of the jokes in like episode 3. But yeah, so the first episode I just felt was really, really slow. And it ends with the confession, and I was like, all right, sweet. That was a really touching scene where she came running after him, and they didn't make it like overly dramatic or anything like that. So it was just kind of like, cool, we're going through with this. And then episode 2 was like just way more fun. There was way more jokes. There was way
Stuff
more
happening.
yeah, there's way more stuff happening. There was all the like little thought bubble things coming up on the screen, and
Tani learns what adorable means.
yeah,
Because all the women in his Tani lives with his mom and grandma. It doesn't seem like his dad is in the picture, and he constantly sees his all the women in his life refer to their cat as adorable, and he realizes that Suzuki calls him adorable, and he has like a brain blast where
Yeah.
he goes, "Oh shit, I should call her adorable."
Well, it was also because he hears her saying that people who are cool are attractive, and then he goes,
I can
Well,
be cool.
he's like, well, she just keeps calling me cute. Does that mean I'm not cool? Like, what does cute mean? Which this is something that happens in real life. People fucking say these words, and then other people are like, I don't know. what do you mean by that? Like, and then at some point she says, oh, well, it means like endearing. And he's like, oh, I get it. It's just the like, you're just saying it because you're looking for a word to say in the moment that like captures what you're feeling. So then when he does it, that she's just like, oh God, you don't know what you're doing to me, man.
She runs away.
Yeah.
She has a heat explosion, a heat death, if you
Yeah.
will. All of the animation whenever she is having an overreaction is hilarious.
Yeah, there was a funny moment where she like he makes her embarrassed and she like starts to steam and he
And
goes
he notices it.
he literally goes, "Oh, steam." And then she goes, "I'm made of 60% water." And he's like,
That's
everyone
true for
is.
everyone.
But yeah, so
Is that Banshee on your notes?
yes, that is Banshee. I didn't draw that, but yeah, I just noticed that it was a lot more funny. I wasn't sure if things were going to be comedic from the first episode. It was just kind of like flat, but just like a
I wasn't
like
sure
a
if
romantic
Tani was
story.
going to become a developed character by the end of episode
Yeah.
1.
But he ends up being pretty interesting, like throughout episode 2 and 3. Super autistic. Just says exactly what's on his mind. Doesn't understand the real like meaning behind words that people say to him.
He's
Yeah.
just a chill guy. And
He's
that's
super chill.
why Suzuki loves him. Nothing's ever going to change that guy. He's just him.
He
Very
is-
normal, like school. Nothing is ever going to meaningfully change in his life except Suzuki. The second episode, they go on a date to it's King of Burger, right? That's
yeah,
what they
something
call
like
it.
that. King of Burger.
So they go to King of Burger because in the first episode, she and her friends had gone to King of Burger, and she thought she just mentioned it to him and went, "Oh, it was such a great burger, but I could hardly eat it." And then it cuts to them being at King of Burger, and Tani is just taking regular bites of the hamburger, and he goes, "Suzuki, aren't you hungry?" And she goes, "Oh yeah." She takes like the smallest nibble of the bun.
Yeah.
And then tries to eat a very small amount of lettuce and takes the whole lettuce leaf out.
And then she looks like a
and-
rabbit.
And yeah, he goes, "Why don't you just, eat it like regular?" Or no, that's not what he says. Sorry. He goes, "Well, yeah, why wouldn't you eat the best components first?" Or something like that. No, okay.
Yeah. So because she's worried about how she looks, but he's just worried about eating the burger.
Yeah.
And that's what she loves about him, is that he's not worried about like
He
the
doesn't
shit that
care how
doesn't
he
fucking
looks.
matter. That he just worries about the shit that's like functionally there.
He's a very rational person.
I'll take a second to say hello to Brooke and Vol Beats. They've been viewers of my stream for like 8 years.
8 years. Are you sure it's not like 6 or 7 years?
I think it's been like 8. It's back in 2018. Yeah, something around there. But yeah. Oh yeah. Episode 3 had the like brown haired friend who I kind of hated.
The incel.
Yeah, the incel. That's exactly what I wrote down. I was just like, I was like, okay, so the brown haired guy is definitely an incel.
How come a popular? Because his whole worldview is popular people get with popular people, and people of a certain social hierarchy can only get with people of that same social hierarchy. And then when Suzuki gets with Tani, it just shatters everything. He goes up to Suzuki and goes, Why are you dating him?
Why would you do that?
choose him?"
Why him?
And she immediately freaks out, and he goes, no, not like that. It's just I have a really fucked way of viewing the world, and it doesn't make any sense to me. And she kind of explains it. He has a little bit of character growth. Hopefully by the end of the next episode, he isn't a weird incel. Why are you drinking Shade's beer?
I told him I'd finish his beer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but so he in that moment when I was watching it, I was like, oh god, it's gonna be some fucking annoying. He's gonna like start preaching about his ideals and all that, but then it ended up not being that way. He kind of just he was just
No,
like,
he's open to
huh,
change. He's just
okay.
wrong about everything.
yeah. And then he kind of just walks away, and I was like, all right, cool. That was actually
I think that guy
not
and
annoying.
the silver-haired girl are going to end up together because the intro is a bunch of the different friends being couples. I don't remember if it's him and the white-haired girl in the intro, but like they're all couples in the intro, and that's just if you've ever seen an anime before, foreshadowing.
Right. The intro tells
Watch
you
the intro;
everything.
it will tell you literally everything that happens.
Not gonna bring in fucking Mother's Basement into that discussion, but
Sorry. Zydeas, very excited to hear what you thought of Witch Hat. Just binged like 75 chapters yesterday after watching the 2 episodes of the anime that are currently out. 75 chapters of Witch Hat Atelier is a ridiculous amount to read in a day.
That is
it's
a lot.
possible. We both struggled to get through the 30. I barely made the deadline to get through all 30. They're really long chapters. Why did you do that? There we go.
I try not to fuck with it too much, but as far as this
No,
anime,
I'm an MC, see? And I hold on to my mic the whole time so that you know I'm serious.
yeah. If you did it the whole time, then it would, then it doesn't matter if it gets all out of adjustment.
That's fine. As long as it's in my mouth.
Yeah, basically directly in your mouth. The only 2 other questions to answer here are: do we think it's worth more, and what would have made it a 10?
The mental battles from Kaguya-sama would have made it a 10.
Yeah, but then it would just be Kaguya-sama.
I think there's more ground to explore creatively there than just what Kaguya-sama did. Because they're like actually just having an intellectual battle. I just like the imagery. Yeah, this is totally worth more, especially if you, as I said, care about the relationship of 2 fake high schoolers.
Yeah.
And potentially 8 fake high schoolers.
Yeah. And I mean, I would definitely say it's worth more. Like at the end of episode 3, I was about to just click next episode, but then I was like, oh, I gotta do some other things right now anyway. And then I did some other shit and went to sleep. But
Yeah.
I was like ready to watch episode 4. So that's good. That's definitely way better than fucking Sentence to Be a Hero. Because I was just like ready to be done with it. I wanted to just fucking turn that shit off.
Yeah, the animation in this is really, really good. The characters are fun. The way the Suzuki... It's good?
I actually didn't like the music that much.
Oh.
That was kind of a thing that I was thinking I would bring up, but then I didn't have a whole lot of thoughts to say about it.
I loved the music because it had so many different genre tones.
Yeah,
It's
so
very like old.
When they started playing the intro to JoJo's Part 5, I was really thrown off.
yeah,
Particularly the first episode had like a lot of very different songs. I was
Yeah.
vibing.
it was really varied, but then also the songs were kind of just like, I don't know, they just felt super basic and like
Yeah.
sometimes distracting to me.
I will say, by
And-
the 3rd episode, I had one headphone just playing really cool anime openings because the music was not exactly what I wanted to. So I was just listening to like specials and ISO. And I will say that made the show a lot better.
That's really crazy.
Watching the brown-haired kid just monologue in a depressing way while hearing ISO, ISO, da, 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 da. It was really good.
That is funny.
There are people who think that the only way to watch a show is like exactly how it was prepared for them, and those people will never be happy with the way Bird watches anime, which is no, it's the way I want it to be. I don't care how they prepared it for me. I'm gonna play my music. I'll play it at whatever speed I want.
I'll play Borderlands 1.
Play Borderlands.
I
Although
mean,
you
that's
were
totally
mostly
fine.
paying attention.
Fucking Tom watches every anime at like 4 times speed.
That's
That's
crazy.
the responsible adult way to watch it.
4 times?
Yeah.
Well, if you can understand Japanese, you
Okay.
have to read.
Well, what he does, he watches it in 4 times speed, and then if there's something that seems like it's going to be like important,
he slows it
he
down.
slows it down to like 2 times, and then if it's like an emotional scene, he'll slow it down to 1. But
Trixie's audio keeps cutting in and out. Maybe the gain is a bit too high. Yeah,
gate,
oh, whatever.
Like a
that-
noise
How is it now? Tell
Like
me if it's
the-
having a problem right now.
The medieval anime where they fight against modern weapons.
Gate. Oh yeah.
Yep. That's gate. All right, well, I think that's pretty much sums up. You and I are polar opposites, right? Have
I
anything
just
else
want to
say?
say that my impression of this show was it gave me the feeling of natsukashi kono sette, meaning like this setting made me nostalgic, particularly the fact that like it is, I'm not going to call it generic because the show looks great, it sounds great, and when I think generic, I think like boilerplate level of quality.
You could say like standard.
standard. Yeah, it is very standard shoujo. Like if you've seen a lot of shoujo romance, this is that. But it hit all the right buttons for me in the terms of the relationship starts in the first episode. I hate waiting around for a relationship.
Skip and Loafer did it well.
Skip and Loafer, they never actually got together though in the first
Yeah, they did.
season. Did they? Like as an
Are
official
there two
couple?
seasons of that show?
No.
Yeah,
but I'm
no, it
just
was like
saying-
halfway through.
Did you watch
I think.
Ode Monogatari?
No, I only saw the first episode. What this reminded me the most is a show called Momokuri that very few people watched, but I really liked. And there was another show that came to mind, but it's very standard shoujo. If you like shoujo romance, this is that. But it's like done as well as I could really imagine it. The characters are super likable. I really enjoyed the music compared to you guys. I still would probably give it the same score y'all did, like 7.5 to 8. I have to mention that friend of the show, Landoname, also
Loves
known
this
as
show.
Butthole Weeb, is a huge fan. He's read the whole manga.
I didn't know that he watched anything that wasn't Gosick.
He watches everything. He's the biggest anime fan in the world. But he was like, this is my big romance of right now. And he said that in the episodes we have watched, his favorite couple has not materialized yet, but it would towards
Okay.
the end of the first season.
I
Interesting.
have a question. Have you seen or heard of an anime called Kekaishi?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Okay. One of the people we work with was telling me about a bunch. He's not really an anime guy. He's just kind of getting into it. And we were there late one night, and he was just telling me all the anime he'd seen. His two favorite are Kekaishi and Zatch Bell.
Okay.
Zatch Bell.
Really interesting takes.
People who like Zatch Bell, it's usually the manga that they prefer. But like, I have heard so many good things about that I've always been curious
we
to
should
read.
add fucking Zatch Bell as one of the manga for this.
It'd be
'Cause
fun.
I like that manga.
But yeah, otherwise about this show, just to wrap it up, like I was enjoying the first episode, but it wasn't really until they started getting into Tani's head as well that I decided, oh, this is actually good. Because it was very one-sided at first of just like, okay, neurotic girl, thinking all the time. But once the guy started, like, we could hear his thoughts too, that was when it got a lot more interesting. And I think that what this show thinks about relationships is just super healthy. Like, this is the kind of show I want teenagers to see if they're going to be in a relationship, because it teaches you how to have a healthy relationship.
I think actually Mirai Nikki would be better for that.
So the thing about it being healthy, so that's here's the
Have you seen Mirai Nikki, Shane?
No, I've seen
Okay.
like one episode. I think.
Toxic relationship of all time.
As far as like healthy relationships, because it goes beyond just like Tani and Suzuki's relationship with each other. Like all the friends are good friends.
Yeah.
Like if you think about like Toradora or that one show where they fucking switch minds or whatever, or it's like all the friends are kind of assholes and they're not great friends. But in this show, it was like, okay, these seem like they're just good friends.
It's like a bunch of people who are good and getting better.
Yeah.
Which is very rare for like drama of any kind. I think some people would hate this because it's so saccharine. And like the fact that they kind of introduce cynical characters in the third episode offsets that's a little, but also
But they're getting better.
like the cynical guy has his worldview pretty much shattered like right away. Like he realizes, oh, I'm a stupid asshole. Like,
It's like, well, wait, I'm the
any
problem.
character or any villain at the end of a Trigun Stampede or Stargaze episode.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I should change everything about
Am
how I'm
I
doing.
the baddie? Oh,
I
right.
used to be a piece of shit. I said was.
I got better. Anyway, we'll move on to the manga.
We'll
start with the WAMMBS, and then this time I'm going to remember to comment WAMMBS at the beginning of every segment.
Well, wait.
Oh, right. The anime for next week.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be, I think it's called Yomi no Tsugai. It's the new show from Hiromu Arakawa. Do you know that name, either of you?
I know Arakawa.
I bet you will when I tell
Under
you
the
that
Sea?
she wrote Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yes.
so
The anime for that is coming out?
her newer manga has a new anime, and it will, I think, have 3 episodes by next weekend.
What's it
So-
about?
Cool.
Do you have any idea?
Fighting demons, I think.
Oh.
I've been
So-
I've been
Do they
meaning
draw
to read it.
circles?
I don't know, but the character designs, they look.
Can't say I'm gonna like it if they don't
I
draw
don't know.
circles.
Things where they draw circles seem to be really good.
Is there a big suit of armor?
Maybe I haven't read any or watched any of it.
Well, anyway, speaking of drawing circles,
Comment WAMMBS. Comment WAMMBS. Comment WAMMBS. It was at the end, at least. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1.
WAMMBS.
So this week
She's
we
used to it
read
now. Damn.
Hat Atelier. Also, comment WAMMS down below right now. You have to comment WAMMS or else Banshee will explode.
Else the brim hats are gonna come get you. The brim hat witches are gonna tattoo an evil magic circle on you, and you're gonna turn into a spooky monster.
Yeah, which I don't think that happens in this, but
it does.
Okay, I only got through.
further than you.
Yeah, I only got through like 12 or 13 chapters.
Any two numbers in succession.
I only got through like 12 or 13 chapters because I wasn't expecting them to be like 35 pages long.
Oh,
each
yeah.
one.
I started reading it last night. And this was the thing with Gachiakuta, too, because the first 3 chapters of that were pretty long.
Yeah.
And I just finished the 3rd chapter, and I was like, okay, I'll go to bed. This will be easy to blow through in the morning. Then I woke up and went, oh, no. They're all like this.
Oh, no, they're all going to be long. Yeah, I think each volume is only like 8 or 9 chapters. Fucking I was just like, okay, yeah, these are really, really long, but really good.
Long manga.
What?
Do you not know about Long Man?
No. I don't know
What
that
is that an ad for?
It was like a taffy or something.
Yeah, it's just a really unhinged Japanese candy ad, I think. And at the end of every one, they go, long man.
Please look that up if you've never heard of it. Watch
Long
that
Long
on
Man
your-
is great.
Watch it on your own time. Legitimately
all right.
attend.
So I am feeling pretty strongly about this manga. I would say it's a good like 8.5 or a 9 right now.
I'm 8 and 8.5 on this.
8.5.
The art is really incredible. There's a lot of the panels that I know they drew with the intention of the show being animated, because what they're like doing in the still frame could only actually be achieved by animation, but they're drawing it so well I can picture what it would look like if it was animated.
Yeah, so you brought up paneling almost immediately. So paneling was one of the biggest eye catchers to me for this, where I just adored what they were doing, and enough that I was like, I'm going to screenshot some of these, and I put them into a slideshow right here. So
oh, the mountain,
the
floating
mountain
mountain
right here. So this is her looking at the first test that she took with these like floating mountains, and she had to go
which
up
she
them.
was totally just bullied into doing.
Yeah, and then this one,
fuck Agath. All my homies hate Agath, or however you pronounce her name.
I thought it was like Agat.
So when I was
these
reading
these all ended up being from that segment of her going up those.
it was first
spheres.
AGEDE, and then it switched to AGATHE in what I was reading.
And I was reading, it was AGATT.
Oh man.
So it's probably pronounced Agath.
Agatsu, I'm sure, in Japanese.
Agats or something like that. But so this first one, the fact that she's standing outside of the panel was really cool, almost like she's looking at like a picture of what we were looking at. Here we've got the 3 different panels that are showing the like what looks like the passage of time or just sincerity, while she's also off the panels. Here this was just cool because she was lifting the boat up with like air magic or something. She fucking turned into Aang with his glider. This one was cool because the top left panels, we can't really see it from this far away.
Oh, the girl with the dark hair. That's who I say we all hate.
Yeah. That one, the panels were made of bricks, like the brick wall behind them. And then this one, it's also really fucking small. But there's a panel at the bottom where she was walking forward, and then the panel became the stairs that she was going to walk up into the next panel on like the next page. And I was just like, I'm loving the experimental paneling. There's a whole lot more of this where it'll be like characters standing in the background of the panels talking about shit, or like they'll
Read
be,
this on a computer if you have the ability to.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't translate as well on a phone.
right. Yeah, you're just fucking
Or
staring
by
at
the
this tiny little
books, I
screen.
guess. I don't know.
The books are probably the best way to go, because one of the things with like scans online is that they have like so much space on the edges, but in the books it'll be like the whole fucking thing,
Oh.
and then you'll just see like the whole
Sorry,
page.
real quick. Gary, always, please do not tell me about Homestuck. I've heard so much about Homestuck from Homestuck fans. I don't need to hear anymore. I'm not going to read it.
But yeah, so the paneling was amazing. Aside from that, also the artwork is just really fucking good. It's got a really unique look to like the characters' faces and all that. Like it doesn't just look like standard manga
It's not like
faces.
Overwatch or something.
Huh?
They all have the same.
There's a big thing where a lot of the female Asian characters in Overwatch just look the exact same. Like they have the same face and then different hair or accessories plastered onto them. They actually one of the most recent Overwatch updates. I don't play Overwatch. I just see news for it because I used to. They changed one of their most recent characters' faces so that she didn't look as much like the other characters.
That's really funny.
Overwatch is really funny. Also, I just remembered, based off of what I was saying about the new anime or manga by the Full Metal Alchemist lady, Arakawa. This show is actually like a 9.5 because it's all about drawing circles. Like literally,
the manga.
this is just alchemy. They call it magic. It's alchemy. They're
So
just
that was-
doing alchemy.
That was another really cool thing about it, and it is. I could definitely liken it to Full Metal Alchemist, but in like a sort of different way. Like Full Metal Alchemist, one of the great things about it is that the rules for alchemy are
Very well established immediately.
very well established, very well kept, and you can understand it the whole way through. And this is doing something very similar, but it's expanding.
I have a feeling they're going to
kind of-
kind of Jujutsu Kaisen it. Where
it might be too
the
complicated.
rules are no, I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen's too complicated. It explains it very well, but they start off with like a very established rule set, and nothing's gonna change, nothing can change, and then the last half of the manga is, hey, remember how we said it couldn't change? Psych.
I don't think it's too complicated in the way that I can't understand it. I think it's too complicated in the way that it needed to be explained too much.
That's fair.
But
What, you didn't like the episode of season 3 that was literally just a Wikipedia article?
No.
If I can jump in just for a second, the reason that Hat Atelier chapters are so long is it is a monthly magazine.
Monthly release, yeah, which makes
and
sense.
it's a seinen manga as well, so aimed at older men.
Okay.
That makes me worried because there wasn't like it's kind of been hinting in the amount that I read that there was probably going to be like some deep shit that's gonna happen later. That's probably gonna traumatize the little girl characters that are the main characters.
So the last half, you got to like what, 14 chapters?
It was like 13.
The last 17 chapters are pretty much let's traumatize these kids now. And honestly,
okay, so I stopped right before the traumatization started.
But the first chapter is a huge traumatization because so Coco is the main character. Coco is a what do you call it? Cobbler? Like when you make shoes? That's what it's called, right?
Well, I don't think she was a cobbler. I think she was a tailor.
She makes shoes and clothes.
Yeah,
she repairs
something
both
like that.
for travelers. It cuts to her village, and there's a chariot with winged horses with royalty that come to visit. Their horses break down, but woohoo! There's a witch who can fix it. His name is Kifre. I think that's how or Chifre.
Yeah,
it's with a Q.
I've been thinking of it as Keyfree.
Keyfree. Yeah, that makes more sense. Qifrey. And he kind of looks like if Stein was hot and if Stein was a pretty boy like from Soul Eater and he wasn't covered in scars.
Yeah.
But he has smaller glasses.
And he's also kind of Gandalf.
He is kind of Gandalf.
He kind of just travels around and does some shit.
It's free. He's Freeran.
Yeah.
That was also a big thing I was thinking is like, this is very Freeran-esque in the way the main character goes about things. But so the first chapter, the witch is fixing the chariot, but he has to do it in secret in Coco's house. So he does it. He goes, "Nobody watch me," and then Coco obviously watches him because she's obsessed with witches. She at one point in her life was wandering through a town, and like beggar witch gave her a picture book that he said. I don't actually know that this witch is a he, but
yeah, they're kind of just completely cloaked. Like, and important to note, they have like a hat that has like an eyeball
and a brim.
Yeah,
that is also important, but we'll get to that. So she sees Kifre doing his magic, realizes, oh, he's just drawing circles. I can draw circles. And so she takes the picture book, draws a circle, and uh-oh, her mom is stone now.
Yeah.
She turns her mom into stone and also all of her entire house, but Kiefer swoops in and saves her.
Yeah, so she fucks up, turns the whole house to stone, and then he's just like, "What did you do? What did you do?"
Why did you do that? Now I
Yeah.
have to erase your memories. And she
So-
goes, please don't erase my memories. I love magic.
We essentially then immediately get introduced to sort of two plot lines that have been getting followed throughout the whole thing, which is Coco wants to learn magic, not only because she really likes magic, but she wants to save her mom. She wants to unfreeze her mom. And then we also get the plot line of Kiefer being like, this is the forbidden magic. There's some shit at play, and I think this girl is like important to uncovering this like secret.
She's my
So-
connection to the brim hats.
Yeah, so he can't. He basically explains to her that like nobody's supposed to know that anyone can do magic because magic's really dangerous, and if everyone does magic, it just results in like
Mass
insane
chaos.
insane warfare. So
Kind of like alchemy.
he was like, I'm gonna have to erase your memories. And then she's like, but if you erase my memories, I won't remember that I need to save my mom or something like that.
And she would lose her love for magic, and he is a softie at heart and also a rebel. So
Well, but it's very strongly implied that he's like, I need her to have her memories because she's the only one that that knows what this book was and what the person that looked like, the person that gave it to her looked like. So he's like, I need her to keep her memories, but also I'm breaking hella rules by doing that. So
Yeah.
he's like, you're gonna have to come with me to my house,
his atelier.
his atelier.
I really thought this was going to be about making witch hats. I now realize I'm thinking of a completely different manga of which I do not remember the name.
I think an atelier is like a place of study or like,
Probably. Big man. Behemoth, are you going to be part of the show? Sorry, Behemoth just walked in off screen. So chapter 2, she goes back to the atelier. She becomes a disciple of Kiefer, and there are... Oh, he's going to be part of the show. Hello, mister. It's the cat show.
So then we get introduced to the other apprentices. So he has
Disciples.
disciples. So he has a
Did
bunch
he
of
sneeze on
yeah.
you?
He sneezed all over my arm immediately. He got up here and sneezed on my ass.
There's 3 other disciples. There is the one we talked about who we all hate, who she's not actually that bad, but her name is Agath, or what did you say it was? B?
Agatsu.
Agatsu.
Probably.
Riche, and I think her name is Teshia.
Yeah, I've been saying Teshia in my head.
They're all wildly different people. Agatsu is very devoted to study. She wants to become like the peak of magic, a magic librarian. Teshia just wants to make people happy with her magic, and Riche is very committed to only doing magic that she wants to do. She has created a bunch of her own magics already, which is strange for someone who's not a full-on witch yet. But she's cool. They're all cool. And then Agatsu goes, okay, well, you're going to be a disciple. Time to pass a really difficult test.
Yeah.
You can have my flight shoes. She gives Coco the flight
Well,
shoes.
so essentially, because it kind of establishes that Agatsu doesn't really fuck with Coco because normally you can
It's
only
like
be
the
a witch.
inverse of Rudo and Zanka. So Rudo is a natural talent and Zanka is a regular guy. But in this, Agatsu is a regular talent and Coco is just a regular wit or regular person.
Right.
And
So in the rules, only people that are like allowed to be witches can be witches, and other people are just called like outsiders. Like they're just not
unknowing or unlearned is how
the unlearned. I'm trying to remember. There's like this term from another shit. I'll get back to it. But it's established that Agatsu like clearly does not fuck with Coco being there because like it's stolen valor. Like Coco should not
stolen
Coco should not be allowed to be here. She didn't put the fucking work in. She's a fucking poser. She needs to
just
leave.
makes a bunch of really famous perfumes.
What?
Coco Chanel, sorry.
I'm not a knower of Chanel.
Coco Chanel's a
so-
really big historical figure. That's the only reason I know about it. Sorry.
So Kiefer fucks off to do something. I think he was like getting Coco's like witch outfit from the like
Wait.
witch hub.
Garrett, what is it? Oh,
It was pointed to up.
oh, see, Gary always just said Landon, and that makes me think Landon is here, but I can't actually see it. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was hoping Landon was here.
But so Keyfree fucks off, and then while Keyfree's fucked off, Agatsu is aware that like the test that they're all supposed to take to become an actual disciple is like really difficult at this time of the year. So she's like, I'm gonna send Coco out on this mission right now. I'm just gonna tell her it's you just gotta do it right now, or else you can't really be a disciple, which is a lie because Keyfree was just gonna let her do it anyway. She was like, you have to do this test. We all had to do it, and then pushes her into this like portal and is like, here, take my flight shoes, and fucking.
I think they call it a
thing.
gate door.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
Which at first I was really confused because they were like, oh, some of the forbidden magic is like teleporting. And then
But
they showed a
that's-
method of teleporting, and then I was
Yeah.
like, but then
So specifically what forbidden magic is explained to be
Yeah.
is anything that you draw on your own body.
yeah, you just
Um,
can't do it on yourself.
Yeah.
You can't like heal yourself or someone else. You can't like
Which I
do
do
anything
get
else.
to an extent, but they also go into how witches aren't allowed to do medical stuff, and that just seems silly. If you can do magic, why wouldn't you want to be able to do medical magic?
I'm assuming it's something where like
It's
like,
explained the reason why this is like literally chapter 30 they explain it, but it's explained all the witches. So the main witch base is on the ocean floor. They go
Yeah.
to the ocean floor and they have, for some fucking reason, a bunch of regular people as their medical staff, because when witches became into the medical magic, they just chased after immortality the whole time.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a way to go about it where that is not the end result.
So that's kind of what I was getting towards. Is that I feel like it's setting like with the because they've introduced this like order of like knights that are like super strict to rules.
Oh, what is it? The Order of the Magic Council or something like that.
Yeah. And they are like super strict on rules. So
They're
it's
the
like,
Magic Secret Police.
They need to make sure that like everything is going exactly as the rules say. But whenever you have a society that's like that, it doesn't allow any like
Creativity.
leeway. It doesn't allow creativity. So like yeah, medical magic would probably be really good, but you can't take it too far. So they decided, okay, well in the rules, you can't take it too far because you can't do it. And so they've done that for all the other things as well. Like you can't do teleportation despite it just being really convenient because it just allows you to do something on yourself. And it's like, that's just, we don't allow any.
No magic on a human.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not allowed to
none
draw
of it.
magic on a human.
So it's a
Remember in
very strict one.
Gachiakuda when they drew magic on a human? That's not okay.
Yeah, we can't do that. You can't do protection spells. Like that's just not allowed. So they just don't allow anything in order to not allow like things to go too far, which on the one hand I get, but on the other hand it's like you can probably just have like regular policing and just be like, all right, that guy's evil, he's doing evil things
Yeah.
with the things, and then you kill him.
A good moral compass would just fix a lot of the problems they have, but instead
Yeah.
Magic Society had to install cops.
Yeah, the society is instilling the morality for you. They're choosing what your morality has to be, which is dystopian.
Yeah. So anyway, basically, she gets to the mountain. She has Agatsu's hover boots, I think they're called. And basically, because it's all drawing circles.
The one I was reading, they were called like sylph shoes or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she has these boots, and how they work is there's two halves of one of the magical circles drawn on them, and to fly with them, you connect the boots, and then it becomes a circle, and you fly.
Which was really cool.
It is really, yeah, it's awesome. There's also, it shows some rings that do the same thing as well.
Yeah. So and on that, I'll take a second to say, because I started to talk about the magic system earlier, but the magic system is well established, and they have pages where it kind of just like explains how things work.
And that continues through the show or through the manga as well. They
Yeah.
continue to just have either extra additional chapters that
Yeah.
just take a minute that aren't part of the main story to explain exactly what is happening or how magic works.
But basically, it's you draw a circle, and then there'll be a symbol in the center that like is essentially what spell you're going to cast, and then you'll put like little
Keystones?
glyphs
Is that what
around
they're
it.
called? I think they're called keystones.
It sounds right. You put like little glyphs around it, and that will determine what the spell is going to do. So like you could do, I'll just use the example of an air spell because this moment was really cool. It was one of the slides that I brought up on there. So what we were about to get to is that the flight shoes get fucked up almost immediately because
She
she's
gets
a
them
klutz.
wet.
Yeah,
And
she gets them wet.
The glyph
It
melts.
just rubs off.
Which later we get introduced to all different kinds of magical ink.
Yeah.
And there is one that does not rub off as easily. And it's the whole time when we were getting introduced to the different things, I kept thinking, why didn't you put those on your fucking shoes? They're shoes. You walk on them. There's no way that rune isn't going to get ruined immediately. Why wouldn't you just use strong ink that isn't going to constantly
I thought,
degrade?
like, why don't you just, like, you know how you can just make designs in the soles of shoes? I was like,
Oh,
why don't
sure.
you just make the sole of the shoe a fucking
Which is a thing.
circle.
The other witch that lives with them, his whole thing, like there's different kinds of wands. There's a whole. We'll get into that as well. But there's a witch that like lives with them. He's called a Watchful Eye. I think his name is Orugio or something.
Yeah.
And his specialty is. This was another weird thing. When it explains his specialty, he says the wand is made to create or to draw runes in wood, metal, stone, and skin. And when they said the skin part, I went, wait,
That's
why
not
would
allowed.
you? What? We're not supposed to be drawing magic on people. Why would you draw? Why would there be a wand for this?
Yeah, so and I don't know if it's just like different translations, but like my understanding of what the forbidden magic was that it just can't affect people. Like it can't like alter you. Not necessarily that it can't be drawn on you.
No, well, that could have been a translation thing. Everything I said whenever they talked about forbidden magic is you can't draw magic on a human.
Yeah. So maybe I gotta reread that, but no. So what ends up happening? So she fucks up the shoes, but the test requires her to fly really high up in the air
To get what is it? The king's permission?
Yeah,
it's
it's just
the
like a
name of a flower.
and to overcome the fact that she fucked up the shoes, she had learned levitation magic, like some kind of like weak levitation magic, to like sort of just hover something in the air, just like water or fire or something like that. And she's like, I know what I'll do. I'll just draw a fucking really big circle on the like sail of this boat.
Where did she get the boat?
I don't know where she got the boat. It probably was just there.
Okay, because I hadn't thought about that at the time.
I'm thinking,
but
yeah. As I was bringing up the boat, I'm like, where did she get that boat? She draws it on the sail of this boat, and she just draws an because like if you draw an arrow pointing outwards, it tells the spell to shoot in that like direction that the arrow is pointing, and the length of the arrow is the strength of that force.
It is also
So-
explained that one of Coco's strengths as a witch is drawing straight lines. So she's especially good at creating runes or keystones with exact straight lines.
Yeah.
It's the curved lines that she has problems with because she worked on clothes. You don't do a lot of curved lines with clothes.
Yeah, she can do a really fucking straight line. So she drew one really big arrow with the air rune, and it pushes her fucking flying high up. And I was like, that's really cool.
And incredibly dangerous.
Yeah,
The
that's
whole time I
really
was just
dangerous.
thinking, what
If
if
she
you
fell, she just dies.
Yeah. I know there's water down there, but past a certain point, that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, they did already have her fucking like cartoonishly land from like 30 feet in the air into the water and just be like, I'm fine.
well,
And
30
it was
feet's fine, but there is a
like,
point.
it's gonna hurt.
Well, yeah, it'll
Go
hurt.
jump off the roof right now.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying either. Specifically, what I'm thinking of is this is kind of dark, and I'm sorry, but I when I was younger, I was really into Radiolab, and they did an episode on people who jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. Basically, it was about an instant regret. That was a lot of the reaction of people that survived doing it. But yeah, jumping into water, if it's from a high enough point, that doesn't mean you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Surface tension is a real thing, and it's a real problem. But anyway, she gets the flower, and while she's getting the flower, Keyfree comes back. Agatsu tells Keyfree, "Oh, I made her go take the test." And Keyfree went, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you make her go do that?
Yeah,
She
he's-
doesn't know anything about magic. It's incredibly dangerous."
Right.
And as they're freaking out, and Keyfree is saying, "I gotta go get her now," the gate opens back up, and she has the flower. Woo! She did it! Yippee!
Yeah. She fucking improved herself, and then Agatsu was just
It's
like,
about drive. It's about
okay,
power.
I
We stay
guess,
hungry. We devour.
I guess she can kind of do something.
Guess
But
she
then
can do something.
yeah. So the only other arc that I really got through,
They go to the wizard. Karun, I think it's
Yeah.
called. They go to the wizard town to get Coco a wand and ink.
yeah. So I don't think we ever established this, right? We just said that we're drawing circles, but
It is a specific kind
the-
of ink.
they call a pen a wand.
Yeah.
Like the wand in this world is just an ink pen, and there's like a special ink that is used for casting magic.
Specifically, it's like an old timey pen, like the old
a
quill
fountain
pens.
pen. Yeah.
A fountain pen, yeah. I think they are more. It's not a fountain pen because they would have a reservoir. If there is a fountain pen wand, we haven't seen it yet, but they have a little jar of ink and they have a stick with a nib on it. That is the technical term for it, by
Yeah.
the way. I only know this because I got into fountain pens or like quill pens when I was a kid. So they go to this shop with a guy named Nornia. I think that's actually his name, and his grandson. So they are really they're the guys to go to. Everything in their shop is handmade by them. The
Wait,
special.
wait, wait. So we didn't establish why they were going there, which was that Coco is like really struggling to draw the circles, like we mentioned.
Oh, because Keyfree just
And-
gave her one of his old wands.
Yeah, and Kefir was like, "Oh, maybe it's just not the right wand for you.
Yeah.
Like you just need a different wand."
You've got to have a personalized.
So they
tool.
went to a wand shop.
So we meet the guy and his grandson, and the whole magical ink is explained by I think they call it a silverwood tree. And basically the tree is silver. Occasionally the branches turn black, and those branches have to be cut off immediately because they will kill the tree. But then you can put it into a jar and with some shit in it. I don't remember what was in it, but it
I
extracts.
think it was just boiling water.
Oh, then it extracts the sap, and that becomes magical ink. The explanation being one of these trees a long time ago fell in love with a witch and wanted to give the witch cool ink powers.
Yeah, I guess that was what they
Um,
told us in that moment. Yeah, no. So it's shit like that. There's a bunch of little shit like that where it really establishes like
Everything in the show is explained, or manga is
it's
explained.
really well thought out and explained in a good way, and it's all interesting. It's all kind of unique in the way that they fucking are doing this whole magic system. I really fuck with it. It's really cool.
So they're in the wand shop. They're talking about wand stuff, and then Coco sees the
Yeah,
witch.
She
Coco sees the eye
eyeball
witch and chases after him. And the disciples, or Keyfree's other disciples, follow with her, and then they get transported into a really freaky magic. It's a reality marble,
Yeah,
with a dragon in it,
yeah.
and so they
Which
have.
this was a cool ass dragon with like 4 wings, and it looked like a snake. I was like, oh, this is a cool dragon. It's
Yeah.
not like a typical fantasy dragon.
Then the 4 disciples, they freak out for about a chapter, and then they realize, no one's coming to save us. We got to fix this. And so we get into Teshia's magic. Well, we get into all of their specific specialties, but the one that really saves them is Teshia's magic, because Teshia's dream is to make a cloud you can take a nap in.
Yeah, a really comfy cloud, because
yeah.
she just looked at the clouds and decided those look comfortable. So she wants to make a napping cloud.
Rishe's specialty is drawing very small glyphs, and then Agatsu's specialty is drawing she's really good at drawing. So she's just very precise. She's practiced a whole bunch, and she can make the best glyphs. Riche can also make really good glyphs, but they're just small, which is said to be a good thing because you can interlink glyphs to make better magic. They do a whole thing where basically they turn a bunch of sand into the clouds to make the dragon
yeah,
get
so they
sleepy.
turn the cobblestone into sand, and then they turn the sand into clouds.
And then the dragon gets big eepy sleepy.
Yeah, and basically their plan was that they were like, well,
There's a
this spell
glyph
made-
behind the dragon. We just need to get to the glyph.
Yeah. So they're like, first of all, how did we get here? It's probably magic. So they're like, if there's magic, there's a glyph. So they find the glyph, and the dragon's guarding it. So they're like, all right, well, we need to kill the dragon. But then Coco's like, we can't kill the dragon. It's too strong.
Well, it's not even
but-
that. They just don't want to kill it. They don't want to kill the thing. They want to be friends with the dragon. They want to
Yeah.
make the dragon happy.
And magic is for helping people in,
Yeah.
in what they've established so far. And that's why the magic that is banned is because it's supposed to hurt
Forbidden
people.
magic.
But they're like, okay, we need to get to that glyph. That glyph is probably how we get out of here. But we need to do something about the dragon. And then they were like, oh well, like Teshia like used her cloud magic, and it like made them all really comfortable and warm. And they were like, well, this dragon's been in this cold ass fucking reality marble for its like whole life. It's probably just
It's
really sad. So they made a giant cloud out of sand that he could go and lay in, and he does, and then he's
And
just
he
happy.
gets super happy and
Yeah,
sleepy.
it was really cute. I was like, oh, the dragon's he's just fucking sleeping in the cloud.
They get to the glyph. I think Kefri opens the glyph. The dragon wakes up, but they escape. So then that's
Yeah.
the end of that.
So I thought that was a really like creative
Coco
way.
does not get a wand,
No, she ends up not getting a wand.
but she does
Probably
get ink.
will later.
She does get ink, which
Yeah.
becomes important.
So that I thought was a really cool scene. They kind of established that that like these fucking brim hat guys, which is what the eyeball person is, are pretty
They're the evil
serious
witches.
and pretty strong, and they can do some shit where they can trap you in another dimension with a dragon. And they also just showed another case of like what you can do with these fucking sigils to make like a situation better. Like it was very D&D, oh, we got to fight the dragon, but we're too weak. We're squishy. What can we do? Oh, let's make the dragon
We're
comfortable.
literally
So it's
8
nice.
years old.
Yeah, well, they're like 12.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They're all fucking tiny, so I don't. It's the next arc is they go back home and we get introduced to the Watchful Eye, whose name is Orugio or Arugio. He is so basically when typically witches all gather around big magic towns like Karun, the one we were just in. But when there's an atelier that isn't there, that is off secluded, the Gestapo assign a person to make sure they're not doing anything illegal. In this case, he is one of Kefri's friends named Arugio. As soon as Arugio meets Coco, he goes, "Wait, you're that girl who doesn't know magic. I'm taking you to the council now." And Kefri goes, No. Don't do that. That's not good. We shouldn't do that. And Arugio goes, "But it's my job." And Kefri goes, "Too bad."
Yeah.
That's pretty
He
much
goes- he
the
goes, well,
interaction.
so he says like, he's like, so this girl is probably like the best lead that we have to be able to take out to like get closer to the brim hats. And then he's like, I don't really care. Like this is against the rules. And then Kefri goes, well, ultimately, I broke the rules really bad too. So I'm also deserving of my memories being wiped. So do you want to wipe both of our memories? And then he goes, no, I guess I can fucking deal with it.
But yeah, so they're introduced. Arugio goes back to his house, and Coco kind of follows him to. There's a fucking thing on his door that says, "Don't knock or you will be cursed." But the door is open, so she just fucking walks in. And Arugio goes, the door says don't knock or you'll be cursed. That means don't come in either.
Yeah.
But then it's revealed that Arugio actually created the reason Coco loves magic, which is these cobblestones that light up when you walk on them. And it's explained the way this works is there's sigils underneath the cobblestones, and when you walk on them, it connects the keystones and they light up. His specialty is light and fire magic, or heat magic.
Yeah.
So anyway, after that, sorry, I was gonna just say what happened, but then the Lego City guy came in.
Huh?
Did you ever watch the Lego City ads? Have you ever seen it?
I remember like the
There's-
garage.
yeah, yeah.
That one. I just remember it's like garage really furiously. The garage.
Yeah. A merchant's caravan has fallen into the river. So a
Yeah.
merchant's caravan fell into the river. They all go to help. Agatsu is really annoyed that she can't actually help because she's not a real witch yet. but they take all the disciples for some reason, or at least
so to not blow past that, so there's this conflict. This guy comes up to Kiefer's house and he's like, "Look, my family just fell into this river,"
his
and
son.
yeah, I just figured they were all part of his family, but they all fell into this river, and like they're
Actually, for
fucking
what it's
trapped.
worth, it's never really said that it's his son either. I think it's just a kid that he travels with.
Maybe.
Not that I remember.
And he's like, "I need your help because you're a witch." And Kiefer's like, "All right." And then Gatsu's like, "I can help too." And then Kiefer's like, "This is involving citizens who can't like know about magic. And
You're
you
not
haven't
good
passed,
at hiding your magic.
You
yet.
haven't passed the second test, which means you're technically not allowed to do this." And Gatsu was like, "I want to prove that I'm ready for the second test."
I forgot one other thing that happens before this. They have a whole little cooking arc. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
They cook a thing called a husk potato, which I thought was really cool. She learns how to balance fire and levitation magic to make the right husk potato. There's a really good panel with a bunch of good-looking food on it. And also, Kiefer has a 2-year-old fucking stew. This was the most egregious part to me. I mean, it's fine because they use some kind of temporal magic to just constantly rewind it to when it's fresh. But two things.
Which seems really OP.
It is. But also, how much goddamn stew did he make that he can just keep rewinding it and eat it for 2 years? Is he constantly adding to the stew?
It is possible to have a stew that kind of just lasts forever.
Are you talking about the perpetual stew guy?
Yeah, in like Vietnam.
Stewtheus?
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh no, there's a guy. It's a bunch of YouTube shorts. He's been doing this for at least 300 days, where it is just called perpetual stew. He refers to it as Stewtheus, like Theseus.
Okay.
And every day he just adds a bunch of stuff to the stew. Tries the stew after a bit and goes, probably shouldn't have added this thing. Made it really garlicky.
There's like a broth or something like that that's in Vietnam that's been like perpetuated for several decades. Like,
that's cool.
It's just this really, really old broth.
The eternal pho.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not Vietnamese. Is it Vietnamese?
That is Vietnamese.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was just like a cute little cooking arc that was in between the dragon and the
I
caravan,
always appreciate food stuff,
which was important because it was Coco was like learning levitation magic,
which becomes more important soon.
Yeah, so because like this whole conflict ends up happening. They go out there. Kiefer uses this like fucking sick Excalibur sword to cut the river in half.
It's also explained that Kiefer's first magic was water magic because he fucking hates water.
Yeah, well,
he really doesn't like water.
He explains that while he's using that sword.
No, because they like go on a little adventure while it's raining, and that's when he explains it. It's actually during the cooking arc where he explains it. He explains the best way to learn magic is to just live your life, and whenever something comes up that you could fix with magic, just learn that magic real quick.
Just fucking do some shit and you'll learn magic.
But Kiefer just really fucking hates water for some reason.
Yeah, so he has a sword that just
of cleaving magic or water.
Cuts water. So he jumps into this river and starts cutting the fucking river with this sword, so it like parts, and they can just like grab the people out of the caravan that was trapped in the river.
It's time for a behemoth transfer
and move them.
Put them right here. I can't. Hang on. You live here now.
You just stayed. So they save the people from the river, and then Kiefer and Olegario or whatever. Arugio.
They fuck off.
They go different directions down the river to try to see if like other shit is happening.
And then Agatsu and Coco are left there.
Yeah.
And then the merchant's son gets trapped under a boulder.
So the kid,
because he's scrambling down the cliffs.
Yeah. The kid does a stupid fucking thing where he jumps off the side, or he's like about to jump off the side of the cliff to like try to grab some of the supplies.
He's trying to save the goods because the merchant keeps bitching about his goods.
They're trying to save the supplies that were like down below the cliff. And as soon as he goes over to the fucking cliffside, it just falls and it traps him and Coco down there. But so Coco kind of just gets like swept up in the river. She's like, okay. The kid gets a fucking boulder that just lands on his legs and just destroys his legs.
Yeah.
So then it becomes a situation where they really need to save some people's lives.
Which Agatsu is the more experienced witch, so she's thinking she has to do the saving, but she can't do any she can't draw any magic. Well, so she can. It's also explained that the reason the witches wear the big cloaks is
Yeah.
so they can draw magic without anyone seeing them. But that is memory magic. Like, you know, you have to draw by hand.
Yeah, you have to
by
draw
memory.
without being able to see it,
Um,
which is really fucking tough.
so the only thing Agatsu can do is summon a giant ass fucking bird. It's a
Yeah.
big light bird that distracts all the townspeople, so Coco can do some magic that turns the bottom part of the boulder into sand, and then she levitates him, and I think his name is like Coutus or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember. And then, you know, the boulder turns into sand.
Yeah,
He's
so-
saved. But then everything else starts turning into sand. Bum, bum, bum.
So the thing was that so the conflict was that they can't let anyone see them doing magic, but they're inexperienced, so they don't know how to do it under their cloak. But then Agatsu was like, I can distract them, and Coco's already down there, so she can do the magic while they're not looking, and we can try to figure something out. So she uses the bird to distract the people, and then Coco goes,
It was all-
oh, I
sorry.
can levitate the boulder using the levitate magic,
But
that
it
I
doesn't
learned
work.
while doing the cooking. But then she's like, oh, but I need like a really big fucking circle to do that, and I can't do that. So then she remembers the magic that they used in the reality marble to turn shit into sand, and she uses that to turn the boulder into sand.
There was also a really funny scene where all the villagers who were initially distracted by the bird go to Agatsu and go, hey, this is cool and everything, but
Yeah.
can't you like fucking help?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Like that doesn't help at all.
It just made me laugh.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the kid gets saved. He gets taken off to magical hospital, and then a bunch more shit starts turning into sand, and it's a really big problem.
Yeah.
Kifri and Arugio are back at this point, but also the leader of the magic secret police show up, and his name is like
Fuck-ass.
Gasthia or something.
His name is fuck ass.
Yeah, he's the biggest fuck ass for sure. It's also funny because later on we get introduced to other people in this secret police, and they all seem cool as hell.
Really?
Yeah. No, they're
That's-
like
that.
fun.
That is about where I read to. Was
Okay.
was like the end of that conflict with the river was where I got to.
So after that, Keyfree writes to get. I'm just gonna quick summarize this. It's all really cool, but because Shade hasn't seen it, it's not gonna be as interesting for conversation. They almost take Coco away and wipe her memories because they know who she is, but they can't prove it, so they don't. Keyfree writes to whoever you have to write to get the tests get going, and then Agatsu's second test is set up. It's called like the Serpent's Labyrinth or something like that. They all go to the entrance of the Serpent's Labyrinth. We get introduced to this cool wind magic lady. Also, surprise. Oh, we also get introduced to Riche's magic. So Riche has like a weird little cave that she has created full of her magic, which are these like rock light ribbons. They're just these cool ribbons, kind of like crystals that emit light. We get to the beginning of the second test, and we get introduced to another guy whose name I don't remember, but he's kind of a pathetic asshole. He's not a bad guy, but he's just really, really fucking pathetic, and his master hates him. His master really hates him because he's failed this test twice. This is not like the first test where if you fail it once, you're gone. You can just keep retaking it, but you can only do it once a year. And the reason you can only do it once a year is because a big part of the second test is you have to go through this labyrinth, but also you have to escort a merfin, which is basically a weird hybrid penguin species. They're cool. They look cool. So they get given. Also, Riche, surprise, is part of this test, even though she didn't want to take it. But she's ready, and Keyfrey knows she's ready, so she signed her up anyway. Keyfrey, Riche, and the sad kid all start taking the test, and they're given these disguises, these magical disguises that make them look like merfins, so that the merfins want to follow them. They go into this labyrinth. The labyrinth was initially, so it goes back into like a history thing.
You said this would be a speed run, but you're getting very detailed. Can you give us the highlight reel of the stuff Shade hasn't read yet?
I'm getting there. So the reason all of the tests are old magic that existed before, quote, the Day of Reckoning. And that was when the brim hats and the pointed hats got in a big fight, and magic became this regimented thing. You can't do magic on people anymore. Before that, there were a bunch of different factions that made weird fucky magic. So the weird fucky magic we're dealing with is a labyrinth where it's like an MC Escher painting kind of. You have to walk through these stones. All the stones have runes on them, and you have to walk on the right stones. In that, it's explained that the people who made this were a society that kept everyone out except people that were worthy of coming in, and that's why the labyrinth is so hard to traverse. But it got to a point they infought so much that they turned everyone into gold.
What the fuck?
They turned anyone that wasn't worth keeping into gold, and the rest died out.
So it's El Dorado.
Pretty much. In the second test, a brim hat shows up. He's really weird and ethereal. At first, it's only his hat and his cloak that we see. He does a bunch of terrible, spooky magic and turns the sad kid into a wolf.
Shit.
He tattoos a thing onto him that turns him into a wolf. Keyfree and the Wind Witch get their asses kicked. They have to fight the remainder of the gold people. The gold people get melted by something Arugio gave them. And they're happy because they've been living in pain as gold people for so long.
Yeah.
They eventually find the hat and robe's real corporeal form, and he's kind of a weird beast man thing. They kick his ass. He escapes, and then they get out, and the magic secret police take them to Under the Water. Under the Water is where the kid who got his legs fucked up is being healed. It's where Keyfree gets healed, and they're going to meet with one of the three sages. The three sages are a thing that were initially brought up during the Day of Reckoning. They're like the pillars of magic. We don't get to meet the sage they're meeting, but it's said that he has created a bunch of magic and he's a really good witch, and then it kind of cuts there. I had to speed run it because I was told I was getting too into it, but it's really cool. It's really fun. I'm excited to see where it goes after this, because I felt like a lot of these 30 chapters, while it was getting into plot, it only felt like in chapter 30 the plot started kicking into motion. Also, the Brim Hats are trying to make Coco their savior by having her perform forbidden magic to prove its worth. Because they think that the forbidden magic has a lot of worth. Both of the sides have fair points.
I wanted
That's
to.
actually what he was saying right
I was
there.
about to read that. His idea said, I really enjoyed reading a thematic conflict where I felt that both sides had really strong arguments for being right. As the chapters go on, you really start to get a sense of, oh wow, this world is actually a really difficult set of problems to solve. And from listening to you describe it, it sounds like it's kind of like a metaphor for like academic high society and like science, like the people who are making the rules for the government, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So to continue here with our fucking rubric or whatever, do you think that you would read the rest of this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd absolutely think I'm going to read the rest of it. And
I don't think I'm going to watch the anime.
I wanted to ask, is it worth the hype? Because this manga has actually been running for like a decade. The whole time I've been hearing like this is one of the best manga coming out.
I think it's really good.
So, I think you specifically would really enjoy this, not just because it's witches, but because it's very interesting.
So I was gonna say, what would have made it a 10? Because we both gave it like an 8.
It needs to be less dense.
Yeah, I would say that like moving the plot along a little bit more probably would have made me like a little bit more interested. But like it basically feels like it's setting things up for a long fucking time, and
this has
hopefully
like
it goes on for a long time.
chapters or something.
No, it's 96 right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 96.
Oh, shit. Oops, sorry.
It's only once a month. So despite being 10 years, it's
coming out kind of slow.
About 100 chapters.
So yeah, it's like things are not moving fast enough necessarily for me. But it might end up becoming a 10 for me after I've read more of it and I go like, holy shit, this is what they were setting up for? Like, that's really fucking good. But it was an 8 with just setup, like.
I am curious, because it's so circle bound, if they're going to take the same route of like the end of Full Metal Alchemist where they were building a countrywide transmutation circle.
Yeah.
If they're going to do that with magic.
Yeah, just have like a big fucking magic circle.
But we also don't know much about the world. So we don't know how big the...
By the way, I know you said I wouldn't watch the anime, but you will watch the first 3 episodes
Oh,
when there
yeah.
are 3 episodes out.
No, I don't know. Based on how dense this is, I don't know how much they can cover in a single episode. I wouldn't be shocked if like one episode was one chapter. And I'd rather read it at that point.
The first episode, I think there's actually 2 out now as of maybe today.
How
but,
long are free run chapters?
They're shorter. I think it's
Okay.
Yeah, they're shorter.
pages, but they usually cover 2 chapters per episode.
The issue with Frieren, the manga, is that it's on hiatus, and I don't know when it's coming back.
They're just taking time to live life, so they have more
It's been
experience.
a long fucking hiatus,
fear.
and it's driving me fucking crazy.
Also, from what I read, one of them is like on sick leave, like he's having medical issues.
It's driving me crazy. I haven't gotten a new chapter of Frieren in a long time. I also haven't checked in a couple weeks, but like,
I still haven't read the end of
I want
Chainsaw
more
Man
Frieren.
just because I'm scared.
Of it
No, I just.
Of it
What
being
if
a
it's
terrible
bad?
anime.
Okay,
I didn't
so
like it.
your thoughts on this manga? You both say it's like a strong 8, heading
8 to a 9.
towards probably going to improve as it goes on and the story unfolds more.
Yep.
So for the next week's manga, I'm gonna have a bit of a dealer's choice. Shade, whichever one we pick, you have to reread it. But I know you've read.
Okay.
I know you've read 30 chapters of both of these. So your options:
Okay.
Sakamoto Days
Oh yeah.
or Ichi the Witch.
I don't know anything about Ichi the Witch. Can I?
So that's hard.
What's Ichi the Witch?
It's also a Shonen Jump manga. They're both very popular
So,
Shonen Jump manga.
I've seen the first like 5 or 6 episodes of Sakamoto Days.
of the
So
anime.
to do like a quick synopsis of both, Sakamoto Days is about a society where like assassins are like really popular. There's just like a big assassin like world in Japan, and one of the like top assassins, his name was Sakamoto. He gets kind of like tired.
Jaded.
Yeah, he gets tired of the assassin life, and he decides that he's
Well,
he like falls in love with this woman.
he just meets a shopkeep
Yeah,
and falls in
and
love with her and
he-
stops being an assassin.
And then they decide to open this shop called Sakamoto or something like that. And then he gets really fat, and it kind of starts off like in a way that makes you think that it's going to be like a comedy about him being really fat, but it isn't. It's just an action.
It's an assassin
about him
action
being
show,
a really
yeah.
good assassin.
Even
But
when he's fat.
He decides he's not. After he has his daughter, he decides he's never going to kill again. But
Alright, well, you're gonna end up describing this plot again. Covering
Yeah,
that
yeah.
show.
So
But what about
that's-
Ichi the Witch?
that's pretty much
He
it.
doesn't know anything about
Yeah.
it.
So
That's
Ichi the Witch is about the society of witches, but only women can be witches.
okay. Soul Eater.
And this fucking this one dude is like living out in the woods, and he's kind of like a wildling.
But he can do magic.
He like hunts things, and then he runs into this the enemies are called magiques, but he runs into this magique.
QUE
is
or
like-
K?
It's just spelled like magic, but with like a different thing at the end.
Okay.
So I've just been saying magique to not say magic. But he runs into a magique that's like the king of magiques, and he's like, "You can't defeat me. You're not a witch." And he's like, "I'm gonna fucking do it anyway because I'm fucking crazy." The main character is literally just fucking crazy. Is his whole thing. And he starts like trying to hunt him, and he's just like, "Look, I can't be taken down." And he establishes that like magiques have like a specific way that you take each one down.
MAJIK.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he goes, "So my thing is that I can only be taken down by a guy, and
But he has to do
witches
magic.
can't be guys." But then he ends up acquiring the guy anyway. So then he becomes the first male witch,
Okay.
and they're like, "Oh, this is just like ruining society," and it kind of goes from there. But
Those both sound really interesting.
Well, I know that Shade, you've read both. Which one do you like more?
I think right now I'm liking Ichi the Witch more.
Do you think that within the first 30 chapters, Bird would be more impressed with each?
That's actually a hard question because I think Ichi the Witch.
I mean, I've at least seen the first 30 chapters animated of Sakamoto Days.
Yeah, Sakamoto Days
In
is just
5 episodes?
I think so.
what I like about each one. So Sakamoto Days is just like really, really well choreographed action,
Yeah.
and then Ichi the Witch is a lot more character focused, where like the characters are more interesting and deep.
So which one would you pick for next?
I'd pick Sakamoto Days. I like assassin shit.
We can just do Sakamoto Days.
All right, Sakamoto Days. We'll push each. You're gonna do both eventually. So yeah, Sakamoto Days for next week. As soon as we mentioned Sakamoto, like Sakamoto. So
Yeah.
that's a good indicator that someone will have fun. All right, that's it for.
Like the video, subscribe,
Like,
comment
comment.
WAMMBS.
Subscribe. And say
Tell
WAMMBS.
everyone in your life about this show.
Tell
Tell them multiple times.
Tell
Make
your
it
mom.
to the point they're
Tell
annoyed.
your kids. Tell your wife.
Tell your dad.
Before you hide them.
Tell Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Tell Behemoth right there. All right, before
Hey,
I
mom.
move on to the next segment, I
Tell
have to
your
pee.
daddy.
You should probably pee too.
Tell
No,
the
I'm actually. I don't
world.
have to pee right now.
You don't have to pee.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, I did not actually read Hat Atelier, if you couldn't tell, for the fact that I had nothing. And I did listen to the Thundercat album they're about to discuss, but I've only heard it once. So I'm not gonna really interject much. I think Bird only heard it once.
I heard it once in the best possible way I can listen to music, which is drunk in bed.
And while reading Which Hat Atelier.
Yeah, that is true.
You think it was a good oh, my mic keeps coming in and out. What the fuck? Thought we resolved this. Let me see if I can solve that.
No, but without going too much into it, this was a fun album. B had said that she thought I would be really into it because it's my kind of music. It kind of is.
But we don't need to don't start reviewing.
I'm just
Tell me if you see the red light on that go out at all. And also, I'm just gonna keep making a string of
or over
on the
here.
machine.
Oh shit! I have too many beers. In there.
It's not just you, Ari May. It was brought up early. Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe it just depends on how close I am. I don't know.
No, it's flashing green every time you talk, and there's a red light on it still.
Does it ever flash red when I talk?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, I'm actually just gonna turn it up a little more.
Since we're just kind of in the midst here, in approximately 10 days, who knows if this is accurate, my new computer is going to be here, and I'm going to try and start streaming as much as I can. If you have
Hell
game
yeah.
recommendations, I would really appreciate it.
Yes, let us know what games Bird should stream.
I think probably the first one I'm going to do is Mass Effect, because B is a big fan of Mass Effect.
Big
We should
maybe.
absolutely do like friend slot games together.
Helldivers.
Yeah, just any friend slot.
Helldivers.
Helldivers is a good one.
Have you ever played
Aim your
Peak?
microphone more into your
Yes,
mouth.
I've played
Helldivers
a lot
and
of
Peak. You've played a lot of Peak.
Yeah, I've
I
played a lot of
don't
Peak.
understand Peak. It seems like my kind of game. I played it once and got mad.
Yeah, we tried to play
By
it
don't
together.
understand, do you mean like you don't understand how to do it? Or...
No, I can play I get the climbing. It's just it frustrated me.
It
Deep
can
Rock
be.
Galactic. You ever play that?
Yeah, I've played a
Okay.
lot of Deep Rock Galactic. I played Deep Rock Galactic.
I could get my little brother and
That would
twin
be a
brother
great one for
into
the two of you to play.
doing that.
Yeah, I played Deep Rock Galactic when it was in like beta.
Okay.
Deep Rock, Helldivers. Shade, you don't have Arc Raiders, right?
I want to get it.
All right,
Oh.
then that would be a good one.
It'll be a lot of fun to play. Arc
Especially
Raiders
all
with
three
you.
of us
Yeah.
doing trios on Arc Raiders would be wild.
Lethal Company and Repo would be funny.
I do
but
have Lethal
it's-
Company.
they're-
Repo's the one where you're like a little
Yeah, they're-
Pac-Man ghost guy.
Yeah, they're the same
right?
sort of game. But those ones are better with more people. And I feel like with two people, I don't know. But I haven't played them, so
You can always bring
You know, I
more
can't
people.
Well, and
into
also
your
Lethal.
game.
So both
Yeah.
Deep Rock Galactic and Lethal Company are games that one or two of my brothers are interested in, and I could absolutely get them to play it with us.
there you go.
All about timing. All about who is available when.
Yeah. Trying to think, is there any other game I would want? I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Squeezing like these streams in with what you guys already do for WAMMBS will be difficult. But
I mostly
Well,
consume.
you mean as far as editing?
no, I mean as far as if Bird is going to also continue playing Borderlands 4 and doing like
Well, I'm just
you
going to
should
fit
just
that into
stream Borderlands.
streams. Yeah, no, that was the other thing as well. I'm just going to fit the Borderlands 4 thing into streams.
So I interpreted what you said as I'm just going to start streaming myself playing video games whenever I'm playing video games now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes the most sense. That's so my computer that I built
Welcome to the
is
stream.
part of it. I built just so I could stream it. I put more RAM than I needed. I put more storage than I needed. It's a 9800X3D and a 5080, which I could have shelled out for a 5090, but fuck me. No, I'm not going to do that. Are you kidding? I don't want to pay $3,000 for a graphics card.
Yeah.
I've been getting really into the computer building videos lately. When those first came out, they were $2,000, which is a lot more reasonable than where they're at now. And
Even $2,000, it's not.
it's
$2,000.
insane. Yeah, it's going to be a while before I want to buy a top tier NVIDIA graphics card. But now where they're at is like $3,000, $3,500, $4,000. The most expensive 4090 you can get with built-in liquid cooling is something like $5,300. And I think that's the Asus Lightning or something like that. And it does. I just don't get it. I watched a review of it, and maybe they just got like a less than standard card, because that is kind of how silicon works. But it didn't do what it advertised it to do. This was God, I don't remember who. I think it was Jay's 2 cents. But he reviewed it and was just overly disappointed. Not that I was going to get that one anyway if I got a 5090, but I don't even know what 5090 I'm gonna, or 5080 I'm gonna end up with.
Haruko Ji-san just showed up and said WAMMBS, so I think it's
WAMMBS.
about time.
I am excited.
Yep.
When I do get the computer, I will literally just bring it into the stream to show. I'm probably
That
gonna
would
make
be really funny.
well, because it's so. I'm really excited
Big
because
ass computer.
Just no,
Like,
it's
and
not
here's my
big.
computer.
I got a small form factor one.
have Behemoth on top of it.
That would be really funny. But I got the smallest form factor they offered. I got it from Andromeda Insights. They've been really great so far in terms of customer support. Just because they had fraud protected me a couple times, but not really said anything to me. So I reached out and I just went, "Hey, we good, right? Do you need anything else from me?" And they went, "No, you're all set. Computer should be there." And at this point, 10 to 12 days, you're all good. I'm just really excited to, when I get it, take it apart, look at the build quality, and have you take it, look at it with me, because you
Yeah.
know more about building computers than I do.
All you're really checking for is to see if the screws were put in properly, and then if all the fucking the smaller wires, which is only usually a few of them, are actually in.
But so the other thing too, in my obsessive looking into this company, they have their whole build process listed.
Yeah.
And so it's they pick components that work well together. Something they say on their website is we would only use parts that we put in our own rigs. I appreciate that. And then they do 3 days of QC testing, quote, pushing the computer to its limits. That was cool. And in terms of price to performance, I put the exact same system. I put the exact same system together on a bunch of different websites, and this was the best value by far. I did it on Thermaltake, I did it on Exotic, I did it on Meta PCs. I did it on more than that too, but Andromeda Insights really does just have the best value for what you're getting. Also, I'm now...
All right, we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but please sponsor us. I'm thinking about
We
it
will
now.
absolutely shill for a computer sponsor. It can
They're
be
also
right here.
So that's the other thing. I was trying to look at reviews for them. There's not a lot of that exists. If they are, they're sub 200 view videos, and they're very recent. But with the CPU and graphics card, I'm either going to get Crimson Desert and Resident Evil Requiem, or just one of those two. And so that would be a great game to play on stream as well.
I want to play Crimson Desert. I wish that was multiplayer, but I think there's a multiplayer mod coming soon. Anyway, we need to transition over. No, Haruko is not all pre-show. We've already talked about the anime and the manga. I just pulled the WAMMBS off the screen, but
He was pissing.
yeah, because I was pissing, and
Yeah,
then
we're at the halfway mark.
we started talking about other stuff.
I'm just really excited for a computer. Also, the MacBook Neo is really cool.
Yeah. So we're going to start talking about the music now, but we're going to start with a WAMMS in 3, 2, 1. WAMMS! So this week we listened to
What is it?
what was his name?
Distracted, right?
Distracted by Thundercat. There you go.
I've never listened to a Thundercat album before.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and comment WAMMS. I should see 30,000 WAMMS under this video right now.
30,000, let's go.
I have also never listened to a full Thundercat album. I had only really listened to the one big song that he has that where he's nobody move, there's blood on the floor, blood on the dance floor.
Somebody call 911.
Notably, though, he did do a lot of production on your favorite album, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Which I didn't know until you said that the other day. But no, this album was kind of meh overall. Like, it's got a good vibe. I would give it like a 6 out of 10, though.
I'm
if I'm being honest.
probably 7.5, 8 on this.
Okay.
And what would make it a 10 for me is psychedelics. I think this is really cool. It reads to me as road trip, camping, or festival music. It was fun to listen to shit-faced in bed, but it didn't... I don't know. The vibe's good. The music's good. There wasn't anything that particularly grabbed me. There wasn't anything like really... I tend to gravitate towards music that has like hard bass lines or hard guitar riffs or hard drum solos. There wasn't anything that specifically stood out to me except for maybe some of the features. Like the features, like the guest artists on this album.
You did quote a few lyrics at me while...
That sounds right. Yeah, they're good lyrics. My initial thing getting into it, because I just read the track list as I was listening to it, I went, wait, there's a Mac Miller song on this? Why is there a Mac Miller
Yeah.
song on an album that came out in 2026? And then I listened to the Mac Miller song and I went, oh, yeah, I wouldn't have released this right after he died either.
So
It's good. I don't mean to say it's not good. It is very good. It's just the subject matter does not translate well with the climate of this guy just died.
So my overall feelings on this
Sorry, Ariana Grande.
were that like, so it's 15 songs long, and it
46
really,
minutes.
and it's pretty short even for being 15 songs. I feel like it could have been like an 8-song album, and I would have been like, okay, yeah. The first like 4 or 5 songs they all have features, and they all feel like totally completed, well thought out songs.
The
With
Tame
like
Impala one was
cool
probably my
bass
favorite.
lines. Obviously, yeah, the Tame Impala song, which is the second song.
I'm told that's
is-
not how you pronounce his name.
What is the? How
I
does it
don't know.
pronounce?
I don't remember.
Nobody cares. Fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, anyway.
Um,
Real quick, before we get really into it, of all the names of the songs, what's your favorite name of the song? Because I have one that stands out immediately.
I mean, it is really funny that he titled one of them "Anakin Learns
That
His
would
Fate."
be my favorite title of the song.
So many Star Wars references on this album.
Yeah, he clearly likes Star Wars. So one of the big notes that I wrote down, which was I thought about it after song 2, and then by the end I was like, oh my god, okay.
Woohoo!
Which is that so Thundercat is clearly a huge fucking nerd, and he is a huge music nerd, and I think he just makes music for music nerds who are also probably just regular nerds as well, considering how much fucking Star Wars references he makes. But you're pretty much listening to it and you're going, okay, the guy knows how to fucking manipulate the bass in a way where no one is going to appreciate.
He does it with Force Lightning.
Like, unless you're a fucking music nerd. You're listening to him doing these like crazy fucking key changes and like insane riffs through like just normal ass beats, and he's just doing crazy shit on the bass. But that's about all that's like special about the album, which is also all that's really that special about Thundercat in general. I felt like his lyrics on the whole thing were just like fucking dumb. Like the whole way through, I was just like,
If there
what is this guy talking about?
If there wasn't so any of the songs with features, I could not tell when Thundercat was actually speaking.
Yeah, there's that too. He's the guy that's like, I'm Thundercat.
It's funny because Shade had told me when he listened to it the first time, like, oh, most of the lyrics are like nonsense. I had listened to the album and I'd been like, I remember most of them being like pretty interesting from like a very they're extremely
They're very
personal.
personal.
It's like
Yeah.
thought to page, here's exactly what I think about type lyrics.
Yeah.
Bird, while he was listening, and I wish I had told you to write them down, the
It's
lyrics
okay, that's
that you
what
were
you're for.
quoting at me. Well, I don't remember them.
Oh, well.
So you quoted at me several lyrics that you thought were very deep and interesting, and from the first few songs. But I think it's the kind of thing where if you think like Thundercat, certain things are gonna hit. If you don't think like that, it's just gonna be like, okay, whatever, I don't care, you
That's
know.
probably true.
But it
Yeah.
is very scattered stream of consciousness, like, and a lot of the album is about being ADHD or ADD and ADHD.
It's
Like,
ADD specifically.
Well, ADD is not a thing anymore. It was replaced by ADHD.
Wait, it's not?
No.
But I was diagnosed with both.
What in the world?
I was diagnosed with ADD and ADHD.
how
Quote,
long ago?
7th grade. Quote, the worst case of both I have ever seen.
What in the world?
Which makes sense. It adds up. But yeah, I mean, he says ADD on the album. Whatever. Either way, Thundercat is talking about being a distracted person, being kind of a loner, and have a lot of it is about like how he is like, here's the particularities of how I am weird and why I am weird, so that other people who hang out with him can kind of understand why he's like that. That was the impression I got, is like, if you've ever met me and you thought I was off, here's why.
Yeah. But yeah, so after those first 5 songs, I was like, because I was vibing with all the first 5 songs, and I love Flying Lotus. Mac Miller's okay. Tame Impala's good.
Both the Lil Yachty song and the ASAP Rocky song, I know I said were my favorite Lil Yachty and ASAP Rocky songs I'd ever heard.
Silly.
But that's Lil Yachty's thing, right? Being a silly guy.
It's really silly. But I was like, this is like, it barely even felt like it was recorded for this song. Like, it felt like he just was recording something silly, and then they were like, we could throw this on here. Like, what did he say? Hold on, let me pull up these lyrics. I remember saying something really funny. Right.
No,
at the
Bird
end.
quoted a lyric from him too, but he don't remember. It's when 2 ADD people listen to an ADD album, nothing gets remembered apparently.
Yeah, he says, the more that I look in your face, you look like your dad, and it's hard picturing him with a big ol' ass.
Karma's a revolver. We live in like the Beatles. That's probably what it was.
You did not quote that at me.
Well, I thought that was fun. I'm going. No, that's A$AP Rocky. Sorry, it was the Lil Yachty one. But Karma's a revolver. We're living like the Beatles is a goated lyric.
There's a bunch of interesting little one-liners on here, but again, it depends on what jokes you get. Like, Shade probably doesn't even know what that line you just said means at all. There's an album by the Beatles called Revolver. So
okay.
There you
go. Yeah, so
I know what it was. Bitch, stop acting like you got a real job. Bitch, that's not a real job.
Yeah, bitch, that's not a real job. But he's talking about like Instagram
OnlyFans
and OnlyFans.
Either one. They're heavily interrelated.
But yeah, so the first 6 songs are like the feature songs, and those all feel like total complete songs, and then all the rest of them are these like stream of conscious songs. And if you look at the play counts, you can see which ones people are fucking with for real. Where it's like the Tame Impala song has 11 million plays, and like the Mac Miller song has 2 million plays. Nothing else comes like close. And after song 6, they're all like under 100,000.
I will agree with you that the first half of the album is front loaded with complete songs, and the second half is like fucking around.
It's just him fucking while he goes like, I am into Star Wars and I have ADHD and I like this thing, but I'm also crazy and I'm also a little sad. And that's how the album registered to me was that.
This album would go really hard on a hike. If you're just hiking, walking through the middle of nowhere, of course, do not bring a speaker on a hike. You're ruining the experience for everyone. Blah, 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 blah.
Headphones. I think it would be a good car album. Ultimately, I think this is a good album for not giving your full attention. Like, just to, if you like the vibe of it, having it on. That said, the second half is too many kind of slow songs in a row.
Yeah.
That was my bigger problem, was not just that they were like less finished of songs, but that they are all kind of the same like tempo and vibe. And it started to be like, okay, when is it going to pick back up though? Like, when are we going to get back to those more exciting sounds?
Right. Honestly, I don't have a whole lot else to say.
I don't have much to say. It was good. I liked it. It's vibey as hell. I'm again, my initial thing of if I was on psychedelics, this would have gone hard. Put it on really fucking hard. I would have probably given it a 10. But I don't have that access
I don't
to
know.
my brain.
Like, if I thought about like something that feels psychedelic, and I put this next to like Pink Floyd
The Wall.
or like Yes, then it's like, would that come anywhere close?
I thought it was really funny when you're talking about it. It appeals to music nerds, like wearing a Yes T-shirt.
You are.
I think if you're comparing it to something as deliberate as Yes, it would definitely come up short in the sense.
Yeah.
In that sense, I think that.
Or the Proto Men.
Yeah, Proto Men is very deliberate. It's not prog rock. It is like nerd rock, but not in the sense of being.
I would be hard
deliberate.
pressed to call this rock at all.
Sure, yeah, it's what funk psychedelic.
Funk psychedelic, yeah. Psycho funk, I'm gonna call it.
And it's cool.
It is cool. It's a lot of fun to listen to. If you just have a moment and you want to be in with the vibes,
I just thought it was kind of
check
boring
this out.
for a lot of it. Like as a
I
whole,
wouldn't even say it was
the
boring.
Tame Impala song was really, really good. Like honestly, I would just add
Anthony
that to the playlist.
Fantano gave this an 8 out of 10.
God damn.
So
which
actually,
he also gave The Mountain. So
well,
you
so
know.
before I listened to this, I had
He just
Googled
likes some
it
boring
and
shit.
seen that Anthony Fantano had reviewed it, and I went, "Oh, what did he give this?" And I saw the 8 out of 10. I went, "Oh no,
That's a bad sign because I don't like the same stuff he likes.
But then I listened to it and it was good. You know, I'm above what Anthony Fantano would give it. At what 8.5, 9. I think this is fun. It's fine and fun. It's good.
Fine and fun is a great phrase. Shout out to Tony from
Tony
Hack the
from
Movies.
Hack the Movies. He's truly one of the best people out there. Go subscribe to Hack the Movies. Say WAMMBS sent you.
He invented the term fine and fun to refer to stuff that is not amazing. It's not like everyone needs to see this. It's like I had a good time
Attack
and
of the
I
Killer
would
Tomatoes
check
is
it
a
out
really
again.
good example. I don't know if Tony's ever talked about that movie, but I think that is the peak of fine and fun to me. Have you ever seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Nope.
It's fine and fun. I would say it's on the lower end of fine and fun.
It sounds
than
like
this
fine and
is.
fun also is like 6, 7. You know what I'm saying?
It can mean that, but it depends on like how much you like things that are just because sometimes something can be really great technically and just not do anything for you, you know. And like this Thundercat
The Mars
album,
Volta is where I sit. With
I feel
that.
the opposite about
No,
the
and
Mars
I know.
Volta, but like with Thundercat, like there's probably only, you know, out of thousands of albums that have come out this year already, there's maybe only 5 that I'm like, I'm gonna listen to that.
Only
again.
5, maybe not 1 or 2 more.
And this is one of those albums where I'm like, this is by no means my favorite album of the year so far. That goes to IDK. But it is something that I'm like, yeah, I will listen to that again. Like I will almost certainly throw that on, especially on psychedelics, like you said. This would be a great. I'm trying to chill and listen to mushrooms. And I'm
I
not
feel
trying
like
to pay
Listen to
attention
mushrooms is crazy.
if I understood
Lion's mane, shiitake.
like the way it feels like to me is that the most enjoyable part about it is the bass playing, but I don't understand exactly what he's doing entirely. I just hear it and I go, okay, it sounds like he's doing some actually pretty impressive stuff.
He is a virtuoso bass player first and foremost.
But
Just
I also don't
another
understand
funny
it completely.
aside. One of the most common things I get told about myself and how I look, especially dressed up, is that I look like a bass player. I have never known exactly what about me gives that.
I don't get it either.
I think the bass
you're-
player is usually like the quiet one.
I think you.
I
give
don't think I'm that
stand-up-
quiet.
I think you could be a stand-up.
I think you're
bass
kind of cool. Well, you talk loud, but you are quiet.
You're
a
a
quiet
definite
person.
trombone.
I
player.
just like to put intention behind my words. And it's hard to do that if you don't know what you're about to say.
I can't get the bass line from Complexion out of my head now.
Complexion.
Oh, I've had the JoJo's Part 5.
Not a Thundercat.
I know, but I've
Well,
had that stuck
so
in my
the-
head the
the-
whole
the
time we
bass
talk about
line-
bass.
The bass line that's on the song I was talking about earlier
With the
is
Tame Impala one?
do do ding do do ding do do ding do do ding do bling 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 bling. That one is like
Almost
the
certainly
popular
a
one.
Thundercat bass.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Well,
the Thundercat.
and
yeah.
so why I brought up the bass player thing, a lot of the time, that's not, I don't pay attention to bass lines. I mean, it's cool, they're
Well,
fun.
So every song on this album had a very distinct bass line as like the main, but it's kind of hard to identify as a bass because it's not like bass sound. A lot of times it's like a more like, how do I say, like splinky sound to it rather than like a bass.
Well, he might be slap bassing.
Or it's just that it's like a bass that's running through like a modulator that just changes how it actually would come through or something.
This album was good. What would make it a 10? Just a little extra oomph.
You're not seeing bass player.
What?
um,
I'm not seeing
Gary
bass
and
player.
Lily said not seeing bass player.
No, it's only in so when I had long hair, I got it a lot more. I've gotten it recently, wearing a 3-piece suit for some fucking reason. I think, playing a bass in a 3-piece suit would go hard. I just don't get what about me specifically throws out, oh, bass player. I'm a tromboner at heart. Oh, they're so fun.
You ever played there's a game called like Trombone?
I know what you're talking about.
Simulator
I
or
don't remember
whatever.
what it's called.
It's really fun.
I've never played it. I've watched a lot because they're just really funny to watch, especially when they do it poorly.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one. You need like a VR setup for that, don't you? Isn't that a VR game?
I think it is, but you don't actually have to have one.
Okay. That would be a fun thing to stream, but also I'd rather get a fucking trombone about it than stream a trombone game.
Get a trombone about it.
I think you both said your favorite track was the Tame Impala one, maybe the Lil Yachty.
Yeah, one of those two. The first 5 songs, it's kind of a tough battle.
I will say, other than those first 5, my favorite is the song that's called like ADD All Over the Place or something like that.
It is called
and that
ADD or
is
something.
like mostly
It's
instrumental.
ADD through the roof, I think.
ADD through the roof, and it's mostly just the bass going absolutely insane. And I did enjoy that as like just a virtuoso experimental, like, hey, I'm just gonna fucking go crazy.
I was gonna
As somebody who does quite enjoy the bass, I appreciate that he
As long
brings
as you don't
new
drop
things
it.
to it.
Yeah, and as long as
Drop the
there's
bass.
no treble, because I'm all about that bass.
No
Before we get
trouble.
into the next segment,
What's next
people
week?
in chat,
Oh.
please let me know if I'm still cutting out, if my microphone's still cutting out, because I'm planning to use this microphone as we go into the next segment, as long as it's not cutting out. As for next week, oh shit, I forgot. We can either do. Wait, let me go.
Quick
Well,
intermission.
Big stretch. Look
Oh,
at him.
yeah,
He
yeah.
big stretching.
He's
He
big
yawning.
stretching.
Oh, what a good cat. Behemoth has got to be up there for like one of the best cats that exists. Banshee's up there too. They both have this aura about them, but Behemoth is like the chillest guy I've ever met.
All right, we see that the mic is not cutting out.
It's very nice to meet you, sir.
Okay.
He's so chill.
So I canceled because I was gonna have you listen to the new Gnarls Barkley, but I don't actually think you like
Nobody
it.
sounds like this.
I remember when I
No.
lost my mind.
That's CeeLo, isn't it?
That's the
I
same
remember.
CeeLo Green is Gnarls
motherfucker.
Barkley.
Who's the one that I think sounds? Nobody sounds. What did I just do?
You were doing the guy who sounds like CeeLo Green, which is
Nobody sounds like this. Bruiser Wolf.
Yes, thank you. All right, so
I got my own sound.
is
I'm
that
an
new
instrument.
Black Keys album out?
It is Peaches. I think.
So-
Let me double check, but
Millions of
I'm pretty
Peaches.
sure Peaches has been out for a couple
Peaches.
You
months.
can
for free.
either do Peaches by Black Keys,
Millions
or
of
I know
Peaches.
Shade was interested in doing the Antoine Dupuis.
Antoine de oh wait, no, it's Angine de Poitrine.
Angine de Pontuin.
Angine de Poitrine.
Oh no, Peaches is not out.
Okay, then you're gonna have to do.
We're doing
Oh wait,
Angine de
yeah, May.
Poitrine.
So it comes out on May 1st.
Volume 2.
Okay, I have that listed for May 3rd, so that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I'll have you do Angine de Pontuin.
Is that a
It's-
Volume
French
2.
Japanese album?
They are Quebecois.
They are from
Oh
Quebec.
no!
It's a Quebecois math rock experimental group with a really unique aesthetic.
You're probably gonna hate it.
Shade's really into their new album.
I don't know.
So sorry. I took a French class in high school. I was in Southern California,
just hates
and
the
literally
French.
everyone in my life. No, that's not it. I like French people.
Okay.
I took a
Oh,
French
you hate
class
the
in high
Canadian
school.
Frenches.
Yes, because the Quebecois are some of the most pretentious. You hear that French people, Parisians, are pretentious.
Mm.
You've never met a Quebecois before.
They're from Antune de Pontuin are from far north Quebecois town, a very obscure town.
Where it breaks down, why I mentioned I took a French class is because in Quebec, apparently they've made a lot of specifically Quebec French words that they just sneer down at you if you don't use. And it's like, I'm speaking French. This is your language. What are you talking about? And it's like, you're not speaking Quebecois French.
I'm a big fan of a YouTuber called Professor Sky's Record Review. He just reviewed their new album, and he is a French professor. So he explained some of the cultural stuff. We won't do that. You're just gonna talk about the music.
Yeah, I will also say that this album does not have a single lyric on it.
It is all nonsense. It is apparently the song titles are mostly nonsensical words. And,
So they have like a weird made up like alien language that they speak. They are supposed to be
it's
like
called
aliens.
Quebecois French.
Well, no, they
it's like
literally
mutated.
they just go like
Quebecois French.
Oh, it's Guar.
Yeah, they're like that.
Guar says real words.
I've never
Well,
listened to Guar.
they're like Guar in the fact that they wear costumes and pretend to be like a weird creature.
They are like Guar, but not in that specific.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of the Guar lyrics. If you're really lucky, I'll vomit on thee. Something and drown you in pee.
That sounds like Guar. I gotta pee now.
Pee time, pee time, pee time, pee time.
Also my
I also
favorite.
have to pee, so.
My wretched baby paste requires Drano. Immortal corrupter, dagger of the mind. I guess I gotta go set myself up in between where they sit, because I'm gonna join them for the Stone review. Even though I just pissed, I kind of already have to pee again because that's just the way I be. I be like, I always be pissing. AVP always be pissing. Let me move my mic cord around. I don't like this setup, Jet. Don't like it at all. Who remembers that from Cowboy Bimbo? Calbim Bombip. All right, Behemoth. It's you and I are now WAMMBS. Say WAMMBS, Behemoth. Say WAMMBS. He's not interested in saying WAMMBS one bit. Behemoth, speak your truth.
Immortal corrupter.
Oh, I'm probably coming through like all three microphones right now. Let me out of my way. Get the Steam Deck where Shade can access it. WAMMBS. Everybody type WAMMBS in chat right now. Type WAMMBS in chat. Type chat in WAMMBS right now. WAMMBS chat in type right now. WAMMBS type chat in. Chat WAMMBS type in. WAMMBS, 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 WAMMS, WAMMS.
Son of a bitch. How dare
Yeah, I don't have my camera's not set up, so
Who do you think you are?
he just moved into your spot right before you got back. What a good man. Shade's like, please don't sit between us. It's not coming on. Not happening.
I don't know what it is with cameras, man.
Camera. Is it plugged in?
It should be.
It
was being detected
The
as a
plot
camera.
thickens.
Ugh.
Thickens.
We're
How do I
moving into
know?
beer and
How do
snacks.
I look at how many live viewers we've got? Did we lose any?
Yeah.
Did we? Oh, okay. We still have 11. Dope. We're gonna do the beer review next.
It's time for beer. All right.
My
so-
favorite part of the show. High key.
No, we're not talking about that. All right. I
Okay.
need to make sure I have space, comfort, audio levels.
Hidden comfort
testing,
be
silences,
within
silences.
you, and you
Um,
would not want me any other way because.
All right. So, fucking A. 3, 2, 1.
WAMMBS.
So this week, we are going to be drinking the, I don't think it's the right pack, but it's the Stone Brewery mixed pack they have at Costco.
Oh, you've got the delicious pack up there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We've
well,
had
this
that one
so-
as
this
well.
is one of those.
So that's actually exclusive to this. This is
Yeah.
a new delicious.
This is a special delicious, the tropical IPA that only comes in the Costco pack, as far as we know.
So I think I found the right pack on Google, but it was a WebP file, and you can't download those.
I prefer web poop files.
Yeah.
Google
so
Images has gotten so annoying.
yeah. So I wasn't able to grab that one. I just grabbed the first one that I could actually grab, and that's what's up there. But it's same sort of deal. It's Stone Brewing.
Stone Brewing.
So like, comment, and subscribe.
Comment wham.
Comment
WAMMBS.
whams in the comments section.
All right, go ahead and talk about Stone Brewing Company.
Stone Brewing is probably the first meaningful brewery I was ever introduced to. I hold it very close in my heart. My dad had his wedding reception there. I've gone there
Escondido.
in Escondido. There is also one in Richmond, closer to us. I go there anytime I get a chance. They are constantly doing fun stuff. Originally, they were just IPAs, and most of these are just actually all of these are IPAs. But they do have some fun stouts and lagers as well. They make my favorite Mexican-style lager called Buenaveza, which is a salt and lime lager, and it's one of the best beers I've ever had.
It needs to be mentioned that Stone is one of the most influential breweries.
It's also owned by Sapporo now.
Yes, they did get bought out by Sapporo, which is not, they don't make anything as good as Stone makes, but Stone, they started in Escondido.
They popularized IPAs.
So yeah, pretty much like this IPA right here, the standard Stone IPA.
It was that one or Arrogant Bastard.
This and Arrogant Bastard, like 15, 20 years ago, like seriously brought IPAs to the mainstream and craft brewing in general.
Yeah.
We've met like guys who run breweries who were like you mentioned Stone to them, and they were like, "Oh, Stone is the reason I do any of this."
Yeah.
Like Stone is why, like they literally made craft brewing so much more popular that it's now possible for there to be tons of, I mean, there's so many craft
Stone's even
breweries.
international outside of being owned by Sapporo. They have a brewery in Germany.
Germany, yeah.
So
Shade, have you had Stone before, or is
I
this?
don't think I have.
Okay.
And I was gonna say we should all go over our overall feelings on it. And I'll start. So this is, I think, the first time I've had these, and I think they were really good overall.
You tasted all four of them just now for the first time
Yes, and I've tried them all.
in the course of this show.
I would say probably a 9. They're really good. The only reason it's not a 10 is that I didn't really like this one that much. The
hazy-
Purple
the
one?
purple one. Yeah,
Damn, that's my favorite one.
that's your
I like
favorite
it.
one.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
I think my favorite one was the delicious one.
The delicious ones are really good too.
Yeah,
Interesting. That was my least favorite out of these four.
we have very opposing tastes there. When
You
it
and
comes
I
to the
do,
beer.
and it oddly.
Yeah, the purple one is the last one that I drank, and I was drinking it, and I was just like, I don't know, it's got like this weird, like, it's like this weird taste right in the middle of what I'm tasting, where I'm just like, I don't really like what I'm fucking tasting, and I don't know how to describe it
My
necessarily.
mouth is full
It's
of the
probably
flavor, and I'm loving it. I'm like trying to find in my taste buds, like, what's the bad part?
Because
No, I
Stone
like
is
it
cool
all.
and they include a blurb on all of their beers, I'm just going to read these as we go through them. So
Okay.
real quick, an amazingly hazy IPA. IPAs were once considered an extreme style, only for hardcore beer nerds, open parentheses, like, say, us, close parentheses. Today, we're stoked to see IPA as the most popular style of craft beer in the world, and quite proud of our role in getting it there. There's no denying juicy, hazy IPAs like this one have further fueled that popularity. With Stone Hazy IPA, we say, hell yeah. Embrace the evolution.
And it says the hops come from literally El Dorado.
Well, no, that's not where they come from. That's just the name of the hop. It's like weed strains. They're just names
So
of plants.
what does hazy mean?
It's a style of IPA popularized in New England, and it's called hazy just because the beer is literally
It's cloudy.
hazy, like it's cloudy.
Yeah,
But it's just a type of an IPA. It's like a way
'Cause
of making it.
I've been feeling like I just don't like hazy.
It does seem like you seem to prefer a straight IPA, like a hoppy IPA. Hazy is like a way of doing IPA that makes it less hoppy and therefore more accessible to most people. Just don't like hops. Like most people's biggest problem with beer, especially IPAs, is I don't like the taste of hops.
I
You
guess I
like
like
the taste of
hops.
hops.
Well, and that's
Unquestionably,
that's
you do.
the
based
sign
on
of a
your
true
reviews.
IPA drinker.
Yeah, which is great for you because most craft beers are IPAs, And like hoppier beers are like there's always going to be more of them. It's just that there's fewer people who drink them.
I see.
And I made fun of this on our last show. It's an acquired taste. You really have you have to have a lot of it to really start to understand the nuance of the hops.
I'm laughing at Duncan here. He said, WAMMBS, I'm 5 minutes behind.
Put it in 2x, 4x, 3x speed, whatever you got access to. Yeah, I would. What score do you want to give this pack?
Oh, the pack as a whole? Fucking 10.
I thought you would say that. I think
I don't think I've ever had a beer from Stone that I thought was anything less than a 7.
I think my overall score for the pack might have to be a 10 if we're talking about variety packs. Like
Yeah. And they're all IPAs too.
I can't think of another variety pack where I like all 4 as much as I liked these 4. And like last week we did Voodoo Ranger. I gave it a 7. You gave it a 10. You gave it like a 9.5 to a 10. And the whole time I was just like, none of these 4 beers is close to a 10 for me. All of these 4 beers are close to a 10 for me. Like, and it was like a direct comparison I had in my mind where the first one I drank, I think, was Dayfall, or Dayfest rather. They have another one called Dayfall, which I don't like as much. But,
another fun thing, both Dayfall and Dayfest, we, when these came out, got to go to Stone Brewery and try them at the brewery in Richmond.
And Dayfall is one of the first ones we had from the brewery. And I'm not the biggest fan of Dayfall. Dayfest, I started drinking this and I went, wow, this is like a 9 out of 10 at least beer. This is like, I liked it more than any of the Voodoo Ranger beers. And then the next one
it's
opened
also
up,
the lowest alcohol one. It's only 4.5%, which is strange for an IPA.
That's true. It is lower alcohol, but it tastes really good.
Wait, while we're talking about Dayfest, a refreshing IPA.
Yeah.
Life can move too fast. Sometimes it's best to slow down and appreciate the scenery. Think of the little victories and dream of bigger ones. Every new morning is a refreshing opportunity, and every day's end is a reason to celebrate. Consider this super aromatic IPA the perfect celebration sidekick. And I think that's very fair for it as well. It's low alcohol, you can drink it.
Super summery feeling, definitely a beach drink. Like I would love to take a 6-12 pack of that out on the beach. 6-12 packs, I mean.
Oh, Buena Vesa. It's the same alcohol content.
And Buena Vesa is like the best light beer. Oh, not light, but the
it's
best
like
low
4.9.
alcohol
I think it's
beer.
higher alcohol than this is.
Yeah. Buena Vesa is really fucking good. Salt and lime lager. It's my favorite salt and lime lager. The one from Boulevard is also really good, but Boulevard does not ship out here.
Street Cart also is very good. I
That's
don't
pretty
remember
good. I
what
don't like it
brewery
as
makes that.
But so after I drank the Dayfest, I opened up Delicious, which is Shade's favorite.
Yeah. So, I mean, let me take a sip. Is there a sip of that?
That one is that empty? That's probably empty.
Which I thought
That was the first one I tried, and I was like,
That-
this is pretty good.
I did not like that.
It's very light, is how I
I like
describe
that
it.
less than all of these, but it's still an 8 out of 10.
This
and
one
still
actually doesn't
better
have a
than
blurb.
all of the Voodoo Rangers.
Doesn't have a blurb?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
is the only one in
lame.
this pack that doesn't have a blurb.
Is it
Very
just
strange.
because it's the oldest or something?
It's
They
new.
stopped-
It's
the newest
brand
one.
new.
Oh, it's the
yeah.
newest one.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh.
exclusive.
Maybe they're stopping the blurbs.
The hazy I love. Also, this is like super crushable to me. I could just suck this down and feel like I drank nothing.
Pause.
Even though
I don't
it's
think any of
6.7.
these are not
No pause
super
with me.
crushable.
Never a pause. And also, I was shocked how much I loved this, especially because the first one I drank this week was we have a Prius that's been broken down for like
You drank that one?
6 months, and there was an IPA just sitting in the Prius that whole time. Tasted exactly the same as a
What
freshly
the
opened one.
What the fuck?
Exactly. I drank a freshly opened one the same day. Tasted exactly the same as
You're
the
giving
6 month
like
old
Asmund
one.
Gold energy right now. You said it's a 6-month-old IPA.
It's a
that was
fucking
sitting in
beer that was unopened.
It was in the fucking warm car for fucking.
It was
That's
cold
why
when I
I didn't
drank
want to
it.
drink it. Yeah.
It was cold when I drank it. It was perfectly. It
You
tasted
wanted to drink it?
exactly the same.
I didn't want to. No,
Oh.
that's why she drank it. 'Cause
Yeah,
she was
no.
like, "Well, I'll get it."
Oh my
and
God.
this is as far as a standard IPA with
West Coast
like
IPA.
nothing.
It's a West Coast.
Yeah. Well,
They're different.
yes. New England only really like hazies are the first real New England IPA, but like As far as a straight IPA goes, that's just like a hoppy thing. That's the best one. in
The
my opinion.
iconic West Coast
9 out of 10.
style IPA. This is the IPA that put us on the map. Long before IPAs were craft brewing's most prominent beer style, this beer was in our lineup. Distinguished by bright hop fruitiness, piney vibrancy, and tantalizing bitterness, Stone IPA has stood tall as the epitome of the West Coast style IPA since 1997. This beer is older than me.
It's the same age as me.
Stone IPA has inspired countless others, including all of our myriad of IPAs, double IPAs, and triple IPAs that have collectively earned our reputation as one of the most passionate and artful hop-driven breweries on the planet. This has 6 different kinds of hops in it.
Wow.
Magnum, Chinook, Centennial, Azteca, Calypso. It's 7.
It's like
It,
KFC
it wasn't
with
6, it was 7.
So this, when it said, okay, it said El Dorado, Azaka, Sabro on this one, and I thought that was like city, state,
No,
country,
they're-
but those are 3 different types
They're
of
types of
hops.
plants.
Y'all got to be more clear about this.
No, you need to know more.
Oh man.
Shh.
Oh man.
No, my honest feelings is that Dayfest, Hazy, and that one are all not. This one's like a 9.5, maybe even a 10. As far as for being what it is, because I'm not the biggest IPA fan. I love that. Delicious, I would give an 8. The overall pack is a 10 because a 10 out of 10 beer does not come in a variety pack. You will not, like the kind of beer I would give an actual 10 will never be in a 4-pack.
Now you have to go to the
But
brewery
this
to get
is
it.
the best 4-pack, in my opinion.
Technically a 24-pack.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I would put my rankings. The Hazy's a 10, Dayfall's a 9, Delicious 8.5, and the Stoned a traditional IPA
You know-
probably an 8.
And I've never been to a brewery. I would love the idea that like
Shade, we got to take you to a brewery. I would
Yeah.
love to go on a day trip to Stone with
I
you.
would love the idea that like I try a beer at a brewery and it's so good that it becomes the new 10 and then everything that I thought was a 10 is now a 9.
That's actually how I became such a big fan of Buena Vesa. We got to go there right after it came out and tried it at the brewery, and I went, God damn. This was in California when we were doing the bank stuff. We went to a Stone out there. Buena Vesa had just come out, and I was just fucking astounded. I love when people can get lime is a big one. Salt is another big one. Just like subtle flavors. When you can actually translate that into a beer past just alcohol and wheat, it's a sign of craftsmanship. It shows that you care about the art you're partaking in, and you've probably done it a whole bunch of different times. I will also say, should we ever go to Stone Richmond, we're taking the brewery tour. Outside of Boulevard Brewing in Kansas City, Stone Brewing Tour, both in Escondido and here in Richmond, are the best brewery tours I've ever been on. They're so much fun. You get to see the production line going. At least when
Yeah.
I went there, we got to see the production line going. That's not always a given, but you at least get to see the production line of how it all works out. Bottles, cans, everything, and it is so fucking cool. I'm gonna wait for B to get back to bring out the special mention, but the special mention is related to these two.
Yeah, so like because I've never actually been to a brewery, the idea of a brewery in my head is the Pawtucket Brewery from Family Guy, where it kind of
Stone
looks like a
Brewing
weird
is very
factory.
similar to that.
It is.
Yeah, they've got the factory. It also has the Jesus. Stone has a tap house as well attached to it. So there is the brewery aspect of it, which you only get to see on the tour. But you can also, at least at the Escondido location, it's more of a restaurant and brewery. So in the restaurant, they have big glass windows, and you can see straight into the production line. It's really cool.
Like Willy Wonka.
Like Willy Wonka, exactly. Getting into, do you have any final thoughts?
On this beer,
Mhm.
it was overall just good. That's like my thought. That's my thoughts on it.
I think if you combine all of our scores, it must be the highest score.
Yeah, I think so. Between all 3 of us,
Do you really think you preferred the Voodoo Ranger overall?
I think so. I think there's just something about the Voodoo Ranger. There's just like this extra level of flavor.
It's the guy with
Like, all
the
of
skull
these-
on it. That's what
All
it
of
is.
these were great, but I don't think that they like captured me on the level that like the Voodoo Ranger, specifically the one that I like, the fucking juicy whatever the fuck does. It's like my favorite one.
So going into, I always do the special mention. These are two that. Oh, well, let me get closer.
Yeah.
These are two that we got from Grand Mart. It's one of the closer international marts we go
Espresso
to.
stout. Did it
The-
taste like an espresso?
It did. Both of these are empty because I drank them already. We talked about the red rice one initially.
Early in the stream. Yeah, this was a very unique flavor.
Incredibly fruity. A lot of body to it.
It kind of made me think. It kind of tasted like a cherry. Like if you just like ate a cherry.
Yeah. The espresso stout, there was a little left in there. I just drank it to see what I thought of it. It tastes like espresso, and that's really nice. A lot of coffee stouts don't translate the flavor of coffee as well as you would want them
I'll
to.
say I enjoyed this red rice ale more than I've enjoyed any rice ale, of which I've had
yeah.
a few, and I usually don't like them very much.
I'm not sure I've tried a rice ale. Well, I've tried that one, but
They have them at Back Bay, which is a brewery about 20 minutes
That's
south of us.
they have the Zelda one.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the rice
Zelda
one.
themed for some reason.
So now we go into the real special mention.
Well, that sounds kind of cool.
Yes, each of us gets to have a yuzu beer.
Yeah.
You ever had yuzu
this
flavor?
No.
This
What
is the
it using?
same line. It's called Hitachino Nest from what is it? Koichi?
It says it at the top of
Hitachino Nest.
other side of the beer.
Koichi.
Kyuchi.
Kyuichi.
Kyuchi.
Kyuchi Brewery. This was recommended to us by someone in Trixie's Discord. And
It's a yuzu lager.
I have tried a little bit of this from B drinking one earlier, but I haven't gotten to try one yet.
I like this one. a
Wait,
lot.
so we're drinking beer from the Coochie Brewery?
Kyuchi Brewery, as I
You got a
researched
problem drinking
earlier,
from a wet Kuchi?
it's a Japanese brewery that opened.
Fuck, why did I just say that?
It opened in like 18.
That's a great soundbite.
Like 1889 or something like that. It's a very old sake.
1823.
What?
I'm pretty
Huh?
sure it was 1823.
It was 1880. I read the Wikipedia, not you.
It says Kyuichi Brewery, 1823. And
That says 1823 Incorporated. That doesn't mean the year. They opened in the 1800s doing sake, and in the 90s they started making craft beer, and they've gotten
1823. Yeah.
that's incredible. They've gotten popular enough that they are worldwide now. I think that's a picture of the brewery at the bottom, like a bunch of old Japanese buildings. You know, old school Japanese buildings. They got this
I think that's just what Japanese buildings
owl
still look
logo.
like.
No, think about Tokyo.
I mean, that just looks like
Think about the most
you
modern
don't have
city
to go to
ever.
Tokyo to think of Japan.
I'm just saying this is
That just looks
because
like
a
a
lot of
town.
buildings have been around since the 1800s in Japan.
All
Yeah.
right, so let's
Well,
go
they're
round
still
robin.
there.
Shade, take a sip. Tell us what you
So
think
what
about it.
yuzu is
Oh.
is a type of a fruit that is mostly from China. It tastes like a combination of like a grapefruit and a lemon and a mandarin orange, like somewhere in that palette.
It is one of the heaviest ingredients used in ponzu.
Yes, it's popular in Japanese cooking. Apparently, some of them exist in like some plants of it exist in California, but generally you're not allowed to import this fruit. So-
We have because of citrus bugs. So you're also not allowed to bring citrus from Arizona into California or vice versa.
Yeah, when you go in, for anybody who's never driven into California, they literally
They have an agriculture
have
checkpoint.
checkpoints when you go into the state where they ask you if you have any oranges in your car. Like you're
What the
not
hell?
allowed to bring citrus into California because citrus is a huge industry there, and foreign citrus can have bugs in it that will just literally kill all the fucking plants in the
What the
state.
fuck?
Yep.
I didn't
So,
know that.
Yeah,
Did they do
It's
that?
probably now also a border patrol
They're-
checkpoint.
they're not-
Like, if
they don't
you
really-
came off a
they're-
plane and you had an orange in your fucking backpack.
you'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
They would take that and throw it in the trash.
Mhm.
Now, if you actually have
Huh.
an orange in your car, they're not going to like search your car. We've literally crossed the border with an orange in the car before, but
Uh-oh.
so they're not trying that hard. But like,
Things I wish my wife didn't admit on a live stream.
whatever. It's statute
They're
of
not
limitations
coming.
is
They're not
up
coming for us.
on that. But yeah, this tastes heavily of. I've tasted yuzu as a flavor before. This tastes heavily of yuzu, like very heavily.
Yeah, I mean, so I just tasted it and I made a face. So like the initial
Sour.
taste was like all right, and then yeah, it was a super sour taste that I think also kind of tasted like grapefruit, like you were saying.
yeah.
It's like a super sour grapefruit taste. Is how I would describe what I'm.
Do you
getting
like
here.
it? Do you know if you like lagers? Because you mostly seem to drink IPAs.
That sip was better than the last one. It's all right.
It definitely is a bit of a grower. Like the first sip I had, I was like, "Wow, that's unique." And then
Yeah,
as I
like-
kept drinking it, I was like, "Damn, I love this."
Like I tasted the first sip and I was just like, I was like, oh my god, what is that? Like I was just not ready for it to taste like
It's
that.
very strong on the first sip, and then it kind of mellows out because you're used to the flavor on the second sip. You get a bit more of the wheat flavor in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, going back to Buenaveza, I like when you can translate subtle flavor, or not. This isn't even subtle. I like when you can translate flavor into beer. It's somewhat hard to do without a shit ton of fruit.
I don't like a lot of fruity. Like a lot of them
Who just burped?
when it tastes more like fruit than beer, I don't tend to like it. But something about the yuzu flavor, I think, complements the lager flavor. I'm also a huge fan of lagers, which I don't think you drink really lagers almost ever because they're usually lower alcohol. I think this one is 5.5, which is higher than most. Like almost every famous American beer is a lager. You know, like Budweiser, all the classic,
Bud Light,
Lager.
Coors.
yeah,
Right, I
all
like me a
the
lager.
super standard
Michelob.
American
Go on ahead
beers.
and get me a lager right here.
And I'm an even bigger fan of pilsners, which are like a lager that is super clear, like a very distilled lager. But they are usually
Shay,
lower
you got a
alcohol.
glass, right?
Yeah,
You want to pour yours out? See what it looks like in a glass.
yeah.
Even though that glass has amassed all the flavors of every stone beer,
Yeah,
also.
it's more for look than anything else. This is not how you should pour it. You always want a beer clean glass.
At
but-
least Shade knows to do the diagonal, like shaped pour. Ooh, yeah, that is pretty clear.
yeah.
You
That
wanna
is
hold it up?
almost as clear as a pilsner. Pretty not that cloudy as far as lagers go. You can almost see through it. But yeah, so it's a very clean lager. It heavily tastes of yuzu. I love this. I think
It's
I
really
would
good.
give this almost a 10 for me. Like
I
I
was
think
thinking
I
an
could
8.
have drank all 4 of these and been totally happy about it. I'm thinking about how I just gave the stone beers like 9, 9, 9, and 8, and I think I like this more than any of them individually. So
I think I
this
like
has
the
to be a
delicious more
strong
than
9
this.
to a 10 for me. I could see that. I don't think this is for everybody. I do not think this is a beer that everyone would agree with me on. This hit me in the flavor palette just right. I love citrus. I don't usually love citrusy beers that much, but yuzu is a better citrus for this than lemon or orange is.
I think
in my
it's
opinion.
interesting. So like the way that it's still sitting in my mouth, is pretty good. Like
Like it's 1,000
Pause,
times better than a
but-
Blue Moon.
it's a
I
good
got something that can sit in
flavor
your
that
mouth.
is like still stagnant in my mouth.
Stop.
But no, I would give it an 8. Bird, what was
Very
your
fair.
score on it?
For a specific 8 out of 10. I keep taking little sips of this and doing the sommelier thing.
What was your favorite of the 3?
Oh, that's tough.
The red rice, the
Ranking, I would say espresso stout because that
espresso stout is your type of a beer.
yeah that's
I didn't get to drink that one because you already drank it. But like I was like once you held it up, I was like, that's interesting. I wish I could've
Next time
tried
when we
that.
go
This
to
is
the
my
Asian grocery
favorite of
store,
the
I'll
3.
grab
I'll
one
say
for you.
this because I had some of the espresso stout, only like a sip. It was very good. For me, it would be like a strong 7 to an 8 because stouts are generally like too chocolatey for me, too like
Heavy.
Yeah, they are always a heavy beer. I almost always think that tastes really good. I don't want to drink any more of it.
I
How I
think
feel about
compared
stout.
to the 3, I would go the espresso stout, the red rice, and that's a lager. I want to say
It's an ale, a red rice ale.
Oh, really? Okay. And then I would put this
And
last.
this was super interesting. I think this would be like an 8.
But in terms
didn't
of
have that much
so
of
in
it.
terms of interesting, that red
Super
rice
interesting.
is a 10. That is not a flavor I've experienced before. It's
No.
really interesting. It's good to drink. I wish they made 4 packs of that instead of 4 packs of this. But this sits at a strong 8, maybe 8.5 for me. I like the citrus added to it. I really don't like lagers where you're just tasting wheat constantly, which is to say
I love
most
that.
American lagers. If it's done well, it's good, but a lot of breweries do not do it well.
I'm a big fan of like just straight up wheat beer, like Boulevard, like got famous off of their wheat beer, and I like it quite a bit.
The inhale. So when I take a sip and I do the inhale, it's a sommelier thing. My dad did a sommelier test when I was a kid, and what you're supposed to do to really get the flavors of everything, you take a small sip and you inhale because the
And so you haven't read or watched any One Piece?
no.
All right, I need you to
No, but
get on that.
Hang on. Why
What
do you
if
say
what
that?
if we watch the live action One Piece?
That's okay.
Okay.
No, but hang on.
that's
Okay,
okay.
you've been given permission to watch the live
That's
action
fine,
One
but I'm
Piece.
curious. Why do you say that?
Well, because Sanji is a sommelier.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I thought he was more into food than wine.
All of
he's into all of it. Yeah,
He's a taste guy.
he has
He's-
like a wine.
he's a
moment
restaurant
in his
guy.
beginning thing
He's
Okay.
he was raised by
he
a
fights
restaurant.
with his feet, right?
because
he doesn't wanna
a
damage
chef's
his chef's
are the
hands.
most important
Oh.
thing to a chef.
Yeah.
Basically his story is that he
A
was
true
raised
chef has cut his fingertips off.
he was raised by a
Yeah.
chef who the two of them got stranded on an island, and the chef kept like they stayed on separate sides of this big rock, and the chef kept feeding Sanji. And Sanji was like, well, what is he eating? And then he finally goes to the other side and realizes the chef's been feeding him his own legs the whole time. And he's
That-
like,
What
Not-
the fuck?
Not what happened.
and he's like, I'm going to dedicate myself to follow you
Shay
forever.
just said that's not what happened.
Didn't the guy feed him his legs?
No, he ate his own leg. So what
He
happens
fed
is
Sanji his legs. didn't he?
they ended up on an island, and he gives Sanji a big bag of food and says, "This is your like portion
Okay,
of
so
the
he
rations."
ate his legs, but
Yeah.
he gave all the food to Sanji.
So he gave
That's
all
some
the food to
Hannibal
Sanji.
shit, right?
So
Why
what
did I
happens is
remember it as he had?
he has a really big bag, and he gives Sanji a really small bag, and so Sanji thinks that he's hoarding like a big bag of food.
Right.
But he's
and that
just
he gave
hoarding
Sanji-
his own leg?
What that big bag was gold, because he was a pirate
Right.
and he was valuing gold above food prior to this. So
Mm.
then they end up on this island for like fucking like 35 days or something like that. And Sanji eats all his food and he's like, I'm fucking starving. So he's like, he has that big bag of food. I'm going to go steal from him. And he goes over there and he finds out that it's gold. And then he finds that the dude's leg is gone. And he's
Right.
like, you ate your fucking leg?
Damn, I remember that all wrong.
Yeah.
Close enough. Well, all
No.
right.
No, it wasn't.
Also, I think the anime like changes it. It was like weird. They like changed it so that it was like.
Shout out Gigadot got here just in time for the One Piece discussion.
Yeah.
It was summoned. We mentioned One Piece. She got summoned. We're gonna maybe
Anyway,
we'll
shout out
watch.
to Zeph, a real fucking dad.
Maybe we'll watch the live action one because I've heard it's really good,
The live action is
especially
okay.
season 2.
It changes a lot of things and it cuts so much, but it's pretty good. And
Did you watch the second season?
No, but to be able to say that a live action adaptation of anime anything is
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
is
the live
impressive.
action
That
Cowboy Bebop
Makes me
was
want
a
to
10
kill
out of
myself.
10.
I thought about it earlier today, and I was just like, "Wow, that was the worst thing I've ever
No,
experienced."
it actually was.
Legitimately, the worst entertainment experience I've had in my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I could take all the 1 out of 10s I've ever seen, none of them are half as bad as the Cowboy Bebop live action. It was. I just thinking earlier today about like how they made Jet a cuck, and I was just like, why though? But why? Not even a cuck, like. Because he wasn't enjoying it. Like, a cuck would even be having a better experience than Jet
So-
was. He just had his wife. The whole show is Jet had his wife stolen from some douchebag cop, and he's sad about it. And
What?
like that's the whole arc that he
Oh, yeah.
has.
What?
I was fucking being
Jet had a
memer.
kid.
That's
and,
what they.
like-
That's what they made Cowboy Bebop about.
Dude, it's
Oh, it's
fucking
really
terrible.
that's weird.
Julia turns out to be the real villain at the end and like
What?
fucks over Vicious and becomes the true big bad
What?
as their lead into season 2.
There's a reason they didn't make
It's so
another
fucking
season
bad.
of
What
this
the
show.
fuck? Anyway, so Zydea said, read the first 300 chapters of One Piece for the next WAMMBS. Yes.
No.
I agree.
We will
Um,
one day get to a One Piece WAMMS, but it's gonna have to be like the
6
show.
months in the
It
making.
has to be that the show is already at a point where it like is like replaced your income or something. Like you don't have a job anymore. It's gonna have to be.
And then it'll just be all of One Piece. It'll be the One Piece special.
I don't think that would be. I don't know. I haven't read or seen any of One Piece except for shorts, but I think it would be better to go over it bit by bit. not all.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, we could have just the One Piece discussion segment.
Oh,
I don't know,
boy.
but then we'd be competing with One Piece discussion segment YouTubers, and
There's
there's
too
1,000
much.
of those.
There's too much One.
There's 1,000 of those.
I would personally, I will hate that if you do it.
Yeah.
So I would encourage it not to happen.
And then Krona then said, "Time to put on the live action One Piece and we can all watch it together." If it wasn't an issue of us being taken down for doing that, I would say yes.
I do wish I could just do like if I could just
Like,
live
watch
stream
together
myself
streams.
watching stuff.
Yo,
that would be
fuck
my whole
copyright
career.
laws.
Yeah.
All my homies hate
I
copyright
think they'll
laws.
fix it eventually, but it's gonna take some.
It's gonna
time.
take decades.
I hope it takes like 3 years, and then I'll be.
No, the
ready.
American legal system moves too slowly.
It's not even a problem of legal. It's a problem of like the studios could just decide they're not pursuing copyrights on that. Like they could just
they
decide
won't.
that. And they might. I know some industry people who are working on it with music because it's been a big controversy of like
It's free promotion.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't
exactly.
you want free
Exactly.
promotion? Unless you shit on it.
okay, yeah, it's snack time.
All right, on to the next segment.
Like,
but we didn't say
Comment WAMMS.
Oh,
what
yeah.
Subscribe.
Next week.
what. Yeah.
Fuck. Hand me that booklet there.
Yes.
If you
Making
could.
the true talent get a book is crazy. You
I
just
can't get
wait,
over there as
the true
easily.
you
talent
just
is crazy.
disconnected the fucking webcam.
For real? Oh shit! What?
How the
How?
fuck?
How did that happen? All right, visual issues for a second.
Beatrice, you gotta
I
have your
legitimately
webcam
don't
shit set up.
understand how that happened. Why did that happen?
It ain't blue.
Just like pushed on it. Let me try to. Which one is it? This one. Activate. Didn't come on. Try unplugging and replugging it. There we go.
All right.
No idea why the fuck that happened. The path you took did not interact with that cord in any way whatsoever.
It did. I
so-
saw it jerk.
This touched it.
Oh, the Stream Deck. Okay. I guess there's some sense to be made out of all this. I wrote down Trogs as the next one. Have you ever
The
had
fuck is-
Trogs?
what? What is Trogs?
T-
Do they have a
TRO.
variety pack?
I don't think they have a variety pack.
It doesn't have to be a variety pack every time. It
No,
could just be
yeah.
just something brewery. I don't know.
The reason I wrote that down is that Trogs is like one of the best selling craft beers in the country, and I think it's because they sell it at Walmart for relatively cheap. And it's like if you are somebody who regularly goes to Walmart to buy beer, it's like the high alcohol, and it's good. I've
It
had
is
it a few
good.
times, so
Yeah.
What does this shit even look like?
it looks like a
It says
Viking on it.
Trogs on it.
I think it's either Icelandic
Okay,
or Swedish
I
or
might know what
something.
you're talking about.
But yeah, so I wrote down Trogs. We don't have to do that if you don't want to, but you know.
It's either going to be Trogs or it's going to be a variety pack that I find looking at beers around. Well, honestly, we'll probably go to Wegmans on my day off and really figure out what we're doing.
Interesting.
Wegmans has by far the best beer selection.
Yeah, all right, I guess
Dude,
don't
yeah,
quote me on this, but
Wegmans has a
Trogs is
crazy fucking beer
my
selection.
maybe.
Worms.
Clipping mentioned wriggle like a fish girl. When did we say wriggle? Did you say wriggled the cord?
Look at Krona's most
Wriggle
recent-
like a fish girl.
Look at
wiggle.
Krona's
oh,
most
okay.
recent
This is
comment.
the best show to watch whilst clipping my toenails. And then Gary said clipping mentioned wriggle like a fish girl. Okay,
Anyway,
I get it.
we're going on to the next segment.
Like an
This is
eel.
the first snack
I
segment
have to
I've
pee first.
actually dreaded.
Let me
Alright,
pee
so-
first.
Oh well, we shall wait.
Talk about One Piece.
I could talk about One Piece. I think for the rest of my life, man.
All right,
like
then
One
here,
Piece is
Here's what I'm
crazy.
going to go with before you just go off into a One Piece memory hole.
uh
Two characters. Who do you think you're the most like in One Piece? Who do you think I'm the most like in One Piece?
who do I think I am the most like in One Piece? So as far as characters go, there is like more than the U.S. history worth of people to like think of. Who am I most like?
It
Oh,
could be obscure.
that's why I'm trying to go through them. because like I don't know if I'm that much like any of the Straw Hats.
What about the Marines?
Maybe like Robin or something if I went with a Straw Hat, but like I don't know, I'm not cool enough to be Robin. And then
One
the
of the
Marines,
coolest guys you know says he isn't that cool.
the Marines, there's not that many cool Marines. There's only really Kobe, and it's like I don't have like the determination of Kobe. And Helmeppo is just like whatever. Fucking maybe.
Okay, I'm back.
Maybe like Capone or something.
Named after Al, right?
He is Al Capone, pretty much, but maybe Capone. I'm similar to you. I've already likened you to Sanji.
But is that because of my love of cooking or because I'm like the character?
You know what? No, because you're not horny. And that's a pretty big character trait of Sanji.
I think he's... 'cause Sanji is... It's not so much that he's just horny as that he, like, dotes on women. And I do think Bird is like that. I think Bird is this type to try to rizz up every single woman he meets.
I rizz up everyone I meet.
Pretty much everyone.
Yeah, no, it's not
No
a
one's free
gender
from
thing.
the Riz.
Well, One Piece is a very fucking hetero manga, which is why it sucks. But, you know,
What about Kamabacha Land?
I don't know what that is.
It's the trans island.
I'm sure it's
One Piece
handled
really do be
wonderfully.
having
It's
all different
handled
kinds of
awfully, but I mean, we get fucking
I gotta piss.
we get a couple trans characters in
I have
Wano.
heard about there being trans characters and a
They
lot
didn't
of
really show up
debate
until
about
Wano. Yeah.
whether they are good or not. I'm sure Giga has opinions. I'm sure I've heard her opinions, but I don't remember them.
I mean, I'm sure people have talked to you about Yamato, which is like the main trans
Yamato
character.
Takeru no Mikoto?
No.
Is this the place where Yamato Takeru no Mikoto came down from the
no,
sky?
I'm pretty sure Yamato is just a
Wait,
place.
what the heck is this now? Ah! Show me the ancient Japanese man's spirit. What are you, a damn ghost? Why do you think this is the work of the ghost? Well, then, who are you? Are you Yamato Takeru no Mikoto? A man is falling down. A young man, isn't he? Yes! Shade knows Garzy's wings. Let's fucking go! If you've never
Felt
seen,
like I was having a dream.
oh my god! I felt like I
Oh my
was
God.
having a dream. If we could communicate through the bells, maybe there's a way I could get back through the bells.
Can you figure out a way back from there?
I've got bruises all over my body.
It felt like I was having a dream.
I've got bruises all over my body because I had to fight naked. Mom said I had bruises all over my body. I wonder, is there a connection?
What is it? I had to fight dinosaurs. There's a real army.
12th and 13th century foreigners surround me.
12th and 13th.
12th and 13th century foreigners.
Which is, yeah, I don't know. There's 100 fucking year difference between them.
That's my favorite line of the whole fucking thing. Other than my sword is unbelievably dull.
Your audio right now is probably fucking crazy because you're right in front of
And I'm screaming
mic
into
as
the
well.
mic. Oh yeah, I forgot. Shit. That's the right way to hear Garzy's wing dialogue.
the messiest dialogue possible.
I have never actually watched all 3 episodes of Garzy's wing.
I think I did.
Despite how much I love it, I have still only ever gotten to the end of episode 2 and passed out. And I don't think I've seen
just
any
watch
of
it in
episode
like 3 times
3.
speed.
I
In the
feel like
dub.
there are certain things that I try to allow to just I don't try to watch everything I know I will enjoy or even not enjoy, but like I try to save certain things, you know, like a wine, like you know how wine you have to age it for like a really long time.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I try to age certain, well, you know, it's better though or whatever.
Can be.
I'm barrel aging My watching of Garzy's Wig episode 3 for the right
Okay.
moment in life.
So we're finally ready to move on to snacks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sorry, so we're gonna do it. 3, 2, 1.
WAMMBS. Comment
So-
WAMMBS. Like the video.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Congratulations on breaking 300 subs finally.
Oh, 300 subs.
You didn't have to add the finally thing. That was a little.
Well, my channel is from like 2014, I think, so it's finally for
felt
the channel.
pointed.
It had been at like 250 for years, and now it's at 300, and
Yeah.
it's actually at like 305 now. So
We're growing.
growing rapidly.
We're a grower, not a shower. All right, so we're moving on to the snack segment.
Pause.
That's beer. Snack segment here.
This is by far the snack segment I've dreaded the most.
Yeah. Okay. I want to introduce this actually, because my whole life I've been somebody who, when I discover something that I love, I always think like, how did I not already know about this? Beef jerky was one of those things when I was like 15 or 16. I was like, what the fuck? This is like, I've always known this existed, had never tried it.
Behemoth
loved
is very interested in the beef jerky.
And since
Sure
I
he is.
started having this around, Shade ended up trying it, and it became your like only thing you would eat practically.
Well, that couldn't be true, but it was that every time we would go grocery shopping, I would always ask for a bag of beef jerky.
You would
and I
ask for a
eat it,
bag
like,
of-
that day.
You would get a bag of beef jerky and a big thing of like a goldfish, and you'd eat the beef jerky immediately, and then eat like nothing but goldfish until the next time we
Yeah.
went grocery shopping.
That's pretty true.
This is when he was like 10.
And I had, at that point, I had always eaten teriyaki flavored beef jerky, which I've branched out. And I think my favorite is peppered, but I didn't see it at Walmart. And I was like, well,
Which is
my
a
next-
shame.
my
'cause
next
Bird loves
favorite-
pepper.
my next favorite is the sweet and hot.
I do like things that are sweet
Is
and
Jack
hot.
Link's your favorite beef jerky?
So I had this Filipino beef jerky at like a random 7-Eleven. I think that might be my favorite one because it was like weirdly just like super tender and really fucking tasty. But it was only at that 7-Eleven that I've ever seen it.
That's the thing. Jack Link's is the best one that you can find everywhere.
Bucky's has a big old beef
Ooh,
jerky
and
section.
Bucky's beef jerky is really good too, because they like make it themselves.
This is for
and
Bird.
it is quite good. Ooh, that looks like a piece. But yeah, like, ooh, it smells good as fuck.
This is
Yeah,
for you.
like beef jerky is one of those things where, like, I think the more artisan and rare it is, the better it's bound to be. So Jack Link's to me is like,
You would okay. So I've tried alligator beef jerky.
oh,
That's
okay,
not
And-
beef
and
jerky.
I
then.
think-
yeah, alligator jerky.
Alligator jerky. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
beef.
Behemoth
but
is trying to eat your beef jerky.
I've tried alligator.
Behemoth
and
immediately was like, that smell is for me.
I think kangaroo because I went to like a fucking what is it called, a farmer's market, and they just had like jerky, and they both were not great.
I'm gonna be honest
But
with
beef
you.
jerky is great.
I don't want to eat this.
Bird is terrified.
Go ahead.
He's been avoiding beef jerky his whole life because well, explain why you don't want this.
Cold, dry beef.
So, Bird is very particular about like certain foods are supposed to be certain temperatures, like they're supposed to be served certain ways.
This is not for
the
you.
mere thought of beef jerky offends him. Like,
What do we live in the 1800s? Why are we eating salt beef?
I mean, it's like 90% salt.
you literally salt your steaks and leave them in the fridge for days to make them taste better.
That's different. I cook them after that and we eat them hot.
pretty good.
Fine. Okay.
You gotta really chew it. That's my biggest problem with beef jerky. You gotta really chew it,
B, do you have your beer
and it's
left?
expensive. Yes,
Hand it to me. I'm gonna need it if in
you
case.
have to really chew it before you start drinking.
I will. I just want to be prepared.
Pretty fucking good.
Behemoth.
Behemoth
I've
wants this
actually
more than-
never seen you
He's
so
never
active.
wanted food this much. Human food, I mean.
He does really seem to want to.
Not good.
The smell isn't terrible.
Smells great. Taste is
I
actually
almost
pretty great,
took a
too.
bite and my mind went no.
Yeah, beef jerky is just really
My
expensive.
mind is telling me
This
no.
bag was $16.
But my body.
And that's the other thing
my
that's turned me off of
body's
beef
telling
jerky
me
is
yes.
it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
It is really expensive.
All right, Jack Links.
Especially Jack Links.
I keep moving it towards my mouth, and I keep going. All right, fuck it.
Ball.
It's fine.
You don't look like it's fine. You look disgusted.
The problems I have with it carry over. It is beef. No, I'm chewing it.
Real hard.
I'm masticating as hell over here.
Let all the flavor come out. I've only got like 3 teeth that can actually chew this. So it's a very limited range of my mouth. I'm glad it's super tender, actually. Like, I've had beef jerky that I would be scared to eat. Like, you handed me a piece that I looked at and I went, okay, I could eat that. But
It's dried beef. I don't like that it's cold.
With a lot of salt on it.
So honestly, the salt is not the main flavor I'm getting. The sweet and hot.
Yeah.
Which is
I don't even know what the flavor actually is. It just is sweet
brown
and hot.
sugar.
It's brown sugar.
Probably, yeah. It's nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be, but it's not something I could see myself eating constantly. It's
I like sweet
I'm
meat
liking
in my
it a
mouth.
lot. I'm like, so I'm gonna say this is for me like an 8. And I say that only because it is really good, but it's making me think about the better beef jerkies I've had, and it's been a long fucking time since I ate jerky. Probably from Bucky's was the last time
I will
did.
say this has made me more open to trying beef jerky, but I don't think it's something I would eat frequently. It's
Or
Let me eat the rest of it.
real juicy.
Texture's weird.
Texture's the best part. You have a piece that's very different from the last one.
That's good. You're good.
Oh, you don't want any more?
It's the texture is weird because it's
This one might be
dry.
kind of different.
The weirdest thing about beef jerky
Is
is
this right here?
generally it's inconsistent. Like almost
Yeah.
any bag you get, I think Jack Link's, what makes them better than most brands is that they're more
Yeah,
consistent.
this one's definitely different.
A lot of ones will have like a ton of fat in there that like is hard to chew, or like really tough pieces. Jack Link's tries to keep it all that same kind of like gooey,
It's not
chewy.
bad.
But I would say that like
I wouldn't be surprised if like whatever factory they make them in, they take all the good pieces and they like put them into Jack Links, and then they take the bad pieces and they just put them in a different bag.
the Walmart brand.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like if you get cheap beef jerky, it's not worth it, because cheap beef jerky,
Jerk beefy.
cheap jerk beefy is still expensive.
Yeah, and it's
But
really
not
hard to
worth
eat.
it.
It's like
Yeah.
really, really hard.
Like you want to pay, if you're gonna eat beef jerky, get the most expensive one you see from a brand you trust. I have had ones that were more expensive and were not worth the extra price, but like I think I also will say sometimes elk jerky is better than beef. Sometimes
Did you have elk jerky?
I've had
Elf
I've had
jerky.
every kind of jerky,
Elf jerky?
that I could find.
Free-range
Yeah,
jerky?
that's crazy that you
My
found an elf to kill.
favorite is actually the Korean pork jerky that's like got an intense spicy barbecue flavor. And they sell this. Costco has like a huge selection of beef.
I gotta try
jerkies.
that. Whatever you just said.
Yeah, Korean spicy pork jerky. It's
Wow.
super tender,
That sounds
super
good.
flavorful. And it usually comes in like little or not cubes, but squares. Like it comes in perfect squares.
Yeah, so the square ones is like a different. Like Jack Links has the square ones too.
Mm.
But
Another piece.
as far as like a rating on this, I'd have to say probably like an 8.5.
Look how
but
much
it's
we
mostly
already
because,
ate. What the
It's
fuck?
because I've been snacking the fuck out of it. But
The whole time we've been talking, or
the guilt that I feel for eating each piece because of how expensive it is, like
Expensive and
holds
salt.
it back.
with the salt.
You can't. It's a lot of salt.
Americans don't eat enough salt in their diet compared to what they're.
Sure, but if you're
What?
just eating beef
What?
jerky,
They're
that's
supposed to eat a lot of salt.
What?
Koreans are so healthy because they eat kimchi, which is just like a barrel of salt.
That can't be
It's
true.
the
Everything has so
fermentation
much salt
that
in it.
really kicks it in.
Americans don't eat enough salt. I've seen a bunch of video essays about it.
What the fuck? Is it like iodized salt specifically?
Iodized salt is the worst kind of salt. Fucking fight me on it right now. But you can
Whoa.
taste. No, I will.
He hates iodine.
Iodized salt is, you can taste the difference. It's one of the worst salts
Yeah,
you can
but-
ever have. You have no reason to substitute
So, like,
that
wasn't
as
the
iodine
story-
in your diet.
Wasn't the story that like
There was a point where it was worth it.
yeah
We're
where,
not
like,
at that point anymore.
like people were dying because they didn't get enough iodine, so they put it in the salt.
What, because of fucking radiation sickness? That was back when we had uranium water.
We still
Um,
have uranium water.
No, that's not what I mean. There used to be a health trend where people thought that radioactivity was good for you. And you had to eat iodine to counteract
Wait, it's not
it.
good for you?
Radiation? Are you fucking with me?
Oh shit! I gotta take off that fucking anklet that I wear.
This is not my
That's
favorite
damn good.
snack I've ever tried. I won't say it's bad. It's got the beef flavor.
Gary said that is absolutely not true. Americans eat so much salt. OMG. I've seen a bunch of studies about how Americans don't eat enough salt.
Well, because salt was demonized. Salt was demonized. True fat was demonized, and now we have all the fucking Crisco and all, hydrogenated oils. Butter and beef tallow are some of the best things you can use in terms of cooking fat. Olive oil is great. Avocado oil is great, but you pretty much want to stick to those four things in terms of cooking fat, I think. Crisco, what is it? It's not rapeseed oil. It's called something else. Vegetable oil. Rapeseed is,
I don't know why they call it that.
well, that's...
They
the
gotta.
fuck?
Somebody's
No,
gotta fix that.
No, that was the name of the...
Botanists, you gotta get on
we gotta
that.
change it.
You gotta fuck that
and
up.
Change that
I'm
up.
calling it rapeseed oil, but it does have a generic name, and it is like vegetable oil or something.
That's probably why they call it that. It's because they don't
Yes.
want to advertise
No,
rapeseed.
it's not good for you. It's promoted
that's
as
why
like
it's
a
called
health conscious oil, but go for avocado. Go for good olive oil, especially from a flavor standpoint. Avocado and olive are going to give you good.
Avocado oil. My favorite is peanut oil. I don't know if it's good for you, but
It's not.
peanut oil on fucking fries is the shit.
Is for fries. I get that. Yeah, absolutely.
And for the Chick-fil-A, they
no,
I'm not a
their
big fan of
sandwiches.
pea or nut.
So Chick-fil-A uses peanut oil for their chicken and
Yeah.
canola. That's the one. Canola
yeah, no,
oil.
I meant for the chicken though. That's
yeah,
what
the
makes
chicken
their
is
chicken so good.
highly refined peanut oil, to the point where allergies aren't as like if you refine it enough and you have a peanut I'm not a doctor, but you refine peanut oil enough, it doesn't trigger the allergies quite as much. And so the Chick-fil-A oil is made to a point where, yeah, it's still peanut oil, but it's not quite as much of a problem as it would be otherwise. In terms of this as a snack, it's got the beefy flavor. I like the sweet and hot. I like the seasoning. It just feels wrong.
I can't figure out how they made it hot. Like
Read the ingredients.
I did earlier, but I'll read them out loud. The ingredients are beef, water, sugar, brown sugar.
Yo, we got a 2-cat stream right now. We haven't had a 2-cat stream this whole time.
Brown sugar's not spicy.
We
right?
got Banshee. We got Behemoth. Oh, she immediately.
Beef, water, sugar, brown sugar, 2% less of sea salt, flavors, just flavors. I guess flavors is maybe where
Probably.
the spice comes from. Yeast extract, cultured celery extract,
They can't
beef
keep getting away
stock,
with this.
citric acid, and pineapple powder. So flavors is the only place where spicy could come into that. What flavors do they not want to announce that are making it spicy? Is it just capsaicin? Like they just put capsaicin in it?
Straight
or-
capsaicin would make sense because of how hot it is.
Is someone
Yeah.
hoeing in our chat right now?
It's hot with no specific hot flavor. Like it doesn't taste like jalapeno or habanero or anything. It just tastes spicy. So I think flavors just means we put capsaicin in there.
So I can't say I would be open to eating beef jerky past this, but the next time I go to Buc-ee's, a company that I
Who
trust,
has like 20 flavors of beef jerky?
I will probably, B's gonna want to get beef jerky. I'll let her get beef jerky, and I'll try that. But
He'll
I
let
don't
me.
think this is a thing I could see myself eating a lot of because, quite honestly, I'd rather make a steak. The beef flavors you get out of this, you get from a steak. And you get it, I think,
I don't think it tastes that much like a steak.
it tastes enough like it. The first note I got in eating, I'm not going to eat anymore, to be
I want to
straight
say
up with you.
my only issue with the Jack Links, it tastes more like a gel than like
Yeah.
meat.
Again, that's the texture thing for me.
Yeah.
Yes, the texture is the best part, but it's also a very strange texture from someone who their big exposure to eating meat is cooking steaks, smoking chicken. Like, it's
Gary always said, "Please look back into the salt thing. As a nurse, I am now concerned about your heart." I don't consume
Gary's
that
a
much.
nurse.
I don't consume that much salt personally, but I mean, I eat kimchi.
I didn't
but
fucking know you were a nurse.
Me
I
neither.
would have taken you so much more seriously if I knew you were a nurse. No
well,
offense.
I mean, so the difference is that Gary always is saying like Americans eat too much salt, and it's like no, Americans eat too much McDonald's, which is just
Mostly salt.
It is mostly salt. There's a lot more wrong with it than just that. Like,
whereas Chick-fil-A, and honestly, having
don't eat fast food. Just don't eat any fast food. Eat a diet that you
Chick-fil-A.
planned that has foods you know what they are. You need to know what every ingredient
has to
is
be-
and the proportion of every ingredient you're eating.
It
If
just
you
has
don't
to be Christian and like anti-gay.
if
No,
you don't
they're
read
not
the
even
ingredients
on
of the
that
things
anymore.
you eat, I do not respect you as a human being. Sorry, my friends.
Why
But
do we keep inviting her onto our streams to make this political?
So
it's not political.
It is-
Just read the fucking ingredients of the things you eat.
so
Why do we
Dean
keep inviting her onto our
Dean
streams when
then
she
on the
makes it
Twitch
too
said,
deep?
"OMG WAMMBS, WAMMBS."
Wham!
Whams! Chick-fil-A is good. The biggest problem I have with a lot of Chick-fil-A food is specifically the fries. No one knows how to salt their shit. Like, with the fries specifically, the way we are trained, I don't work there anymore. We're trained to salt the fries is we would salt the top layer and toss them around. That's not how fries work. Like, you have to take them straight out of the fryer and salt all of them. So you do some salt over the top, you flip them around, you salt them again. And that's how you get real good salt. You know,
Everyone eat
like-
more fiber.
Yeah, fucking eat dried fruit. I'm a big fan of dried mango.
Fruit
I
is
love
not
craisins.
like a crazy fiber source.
Eat more fiber, drink more beer.
Vegetables are where fiber comes from. Eat vegetables
Eat
for
carrots.
Eat
House some
kimchi.
carrots.
Fiber. Eat some kimchi. Eat some goddamn leafy green. It's the leaf. It's the green leafy greens are the best source of fiber. Anything that's green. If you want some spinach, if you want
Broccoli.
some broccoli, if you want some, I love broccoli.
Does cauliflower
I love
have
cabbage.
fiber?
Oh,
Do you know
probably.
broccoli is the flower of cabbage?
No, but does cauliflower have?
Yes, I think cauliflower.
The only
has
reason I ask is
fiber.
because it's white.
I'm pretty sure cauliflower is just a form of broccoli that's like been genetically altered or something.
I don't like cabbage.
Well, that's
It is, but I only don't like cabbage because I don't generally enjoy coleslaw.
look at the daily percentage of salt in any of the
Or
snacks you have. Hand me
corned
that
beef
one.
and
This one
cabbage.
does have a lot. This one has 280 milligrams of sodium
Fuck, that bag's gone?
for
Shade,
1
you
ounce.
monster.
Shade ate. So I think I ate one.
I ate a piece.
Bird ate one piece.
The One Piece.
Set sail. I ate probably an ounce of this, which is one serving, which means Shade ate about 8.5 servings. Each of which contains 12% of your daily sodium intake at 280 milligrams.
So you
So
got
that
plenty
means
of salt.
Shade did in fact eat his entire daily salt amount through this bag, according to the bag. I don't know if that's an accurate representation of your daily sodium intake, but Shade did just consume 100%.
They call me a snacker.
Over 100% of your daily protein. That's good. You eat
Yeah,
a lot
it's-
of fucking
It's
protein.
much
fucking
protein is
beef.
that?
What do you mean?
It's 9 grams of protein per ounce, and you
Oh,
ate like
shit.
9 ounces. So you ate like 80 grams of protein. So
God
you
damn.
if you do a great
That's
workout, you will feel amazing.
That's the real only
Yeah.
reason I could see myself
The only
getting
reason
into
I-
beef jerky is
the only
because
reason
of the protein content.
I'm surprised it has so
The
much.
only
I'm
reason I
like,
do
damn,
the snack
alright.
segment is so I can sit here and eat the snack.
What do we
whole time.
got?
Do you want the
for-
rest of the dots? Like, we still have most of that bag.
Really,
No,
I
those
have,
are great.
I have devoured all of the other snacks immediately.
The
After
fucking dots. I
How
literally
did
eat
you
them
feel
every
about the
day.
dots?
I
Do you-
eat like
did you like
4 of
them?
them, and then I
Okay.
can't eat more. Like the
Um,
garlic is so intense on the back of my throat.
B, start packing me 2 bags of those. I'll give one to Shade.
So okay, here's the thing.
B
So for
packs
next,
my snacks every day when I go to work because I don't have time or
it's
money
always those
to...
peanut butter pretzels, which are off screen, far away. I put them. They're on the table
Oh.
now. And fruit snacks as of late.
Dried
and
fruit. So
kinda
half
chips.
dried mangoes and half
Craisins.
craisins, and then whatever fucking chip I want to buy. And they're great because I don't have time or money to really justify door dashing food.
They were stinking wet.
they've been hoeing in our chat this whole time.
Oh,
For,
where
like,
did
the
this
last-
hoe come from?
The last like 15 minutes, there's been
Get
a hoe
out of
in
here,
the chat.
hoe. I
Be
guess
gone,
I'm not there
thought.
to. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not there to mod. I guess. Am I even a mod in the chat? Does me being a channel? manager
I'm assuming so.
I don't know if
Oh.
that's the case.
What do
Uh,
we got next week for snacks?
Okay, so here's the thing. From here on out, we made no plans. Oh, actually, I wrote snap peas.
what is
I
that?
think that's something you asked for.
The dried snap peas from I don't actually think they have those anymore.
Okay, well, other than that, I just wrote for snack section to be determined every week. So
Okay.
it's up to you. You get to
Well,
pick
we
the
have a
next
whole week.
snack since you've been put through beef jerky for the first time in your life.
Yeah.
What is your snack of choice? Any snack in the whole universe that you know how to get a hold of.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't know exactly what I want to go for, but I know Costco constantly has rotating snacks, interesting snacks.
Okay, so we'll pick a snack between
Ugh.
now and next week, and it'll be on the thumbnail.
The beef jerky beer burps are really gross.
I would
yeah, you ate
Yeah.
fucking 9/10 of the bag.
beef jerky. Ate
I just couldn't stop.
$15 worth of beef
I couldn't
jerky in one
stop
sitting.
eating it.
That's
They're all
literally
empty.
what he did.
All of those are empty.
Literally, though,
This-
this is shade through all of high school. Was like every 2 weeks when we went grocery shopping, we'd get him a bag of beef jerky.
So-
he would
so
put
back-
it down immediately.
Back then, it was like, all right, well, this is why I'm so skinny because that's all I'm eating. Now it's like, all right, this is why I'm like twice your weight.
It'd be twice my weight.
How much do you weigh?
We'll say 135, 140.
Okay, I'm not twice. No, I'm like 185,
Okay.
maybe like 190.
I'm 200 on a good day.
We're
Time
tall
to
as
break out
shit.
the scale. Let's all figure it out. All right, everybody. I think that's
we
it.
did WAMMBS.
This was
Whams.
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 This is a great episode.
Whams.
I had a great time. This was personally incredible. If there's anything you'd like to hear us talk about, anything you think would improve the show, please let us know.
Comments.
Comment. We're reading every comment. We're liking every comment.
And by we
Even the haters.
mean Shade and Beatrice, because I don't have the attention span. They tell me about it, and I hear about it, but
Whams, whams, whams.
catch me in like 10 days, and I will be streaming constantly.
Yes,
Get a whams
let's keep
chant
getting
going.
the whams going.
Whams, whams,
Whams, whams, whams, whams, whams, whams, whams, whams.
Whams.
We need a whams t-shirt.
Should I stop it now?